All right, all right, all right. Let's get this show on the way, man. Let's get this show on the road. Hope everybody's having a great Saturday. Um, Obviously, no Yankee game today. It got rained out. Actually, got rescheduled to August 29th. So they'll be playing this game August 29th. I don't think that they're gonna I don't think Will Warren's gonna get the start tomorrow. I think he's just gonna have an extra day off. So I from everything I've read and heard, Cam Schlittler will be the starter tomorrow. He'll be the starter. But we had some news. Obviously Austin Wells on the IL. Uh, After Ali Sánchez was supposed to make his MLB debut today, so we'll get into all of that stuff, and we'll talk about the whole J.C. Escarra. Man, J.C. Escarra didn't even make it halfway down the New Jersey Turnpike before he got told to turn around and come back. We'll get into all of that. Obviously, Aaron Judge and the state of the Yankees and all that, and have a roll call, get into the chat. But first, let's look at tomorrow's matchup. Supposed matchup, right? Tomorrow we got obviously Cam Schlittler going up against. Why it says Rain? So Ranger Suarez is gonna pitch tomorrow. I guess. See, this is when these rainouts happen like this. Things get a little out of whack. So right now, I can't confirm nor deny, but according to MLB.com, because this is where, well, not MLB. Anyway, according to where I'm pulling the stats from, this is the starters right here: Ranger Suarez and Cam Schlittler. Um, so as you see there, no lineups put out yet, but you can see the stats versus Cam Schlittler. Wilyer Abreu, he's 1 for 2. Not a lot of at bats versus Cam Schlittler, and not a lot of success either. I see a lot of red zeros. That means no hits, right? Wilson Contreras, obviously he killed us the day before yesterday. No, he killed us yesterday with that 3-run home run. He's 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts. Yeah. And then as far as stats against Ranger Suarez, Trent Grisham has some good career stats versus him. Cody Bellinger is 3 for 15. Not the greatest. Jazz Chisholm is 6 for 20. Amer Rosario, 4 for 9 with 2 home runs versus Ranger Suarez. So expect him to be in the lineup tomorrow. Ryan McMahon, we might see, yeah, he's going to be in the lineup tomorrow too. Well, maybe, I don't know. Yeah, but I would think he would be in the lineup. He wasn't in today's lineup, but, you know, lefty, lefty. I don't know. We'll see what Boone does. Boone doesn't do lefty lefties. He don't care. He don't care what the stats say. You could be 10 for 10 versus a guy. You could go 3 for 3 on the night, like Spencer Jones did. And if you're a lefty batter and it's a lefty pitcher, you're coming out. You're not playing because that's just how Boone does, guys. That's how Boone does. But yeah. Let me say what's up to the chat real quick, and then we'll get into the whole Austin Wells thing. Um, Travis, the Yankee fan, says, "Yo, what's good, man? What is good? Why is it showing the blue Yankee logo there? I don't like that. I don't like it. I want the white one." Um, Cruise Control's in the building. What's up, Cruise Control? Um, Big start for Cam. His velo's down. I think he is hurt. Healing man's heart, bro. Knock on wood. Don't bring that bad juju, man. I don't think he's hurt. That last outing, it was just a bad outing, man. They was just on him. He wasn't locating very well. Um, I'm not too sure about the velo. We could look it up here in a second. I don't remember his velo being down by that much. Another thing you got to consider with Cam, man, like it's still early in the season, but Cam has never really pitched more than like 140 innings or something like that. So, you got to take that into consideration that, it's a real test for him, man. We're going to like a big league season is pretty long, man. Can his arm sustain 25, 30 starts? We're talking 175, 170, 100, 200 innings. Can it sustain that? And he's so good though that he is so good that if you can find him a day off, you give him that day off. See, like today, even tomorrow, like maybe I bring Will Warren out there tomorrow and tell Cam to, just have an extra day. or just take that day off and wait for his next start, you know? But he's not gonna do that because he loves pitching versus the Red Sox. He absolutely loves it. So he's definitely not doing that. I think Sanchez would be a great surprise. Yeah. Let me breeze through this. Katie says, "What's up? What's up, Katie? The boy wonder. What are your expectations on this team with Judge out, bro? They're not high. My expectations is 500 baseball, bro. Like, and that's the bare minimum right there. 500. If we could go, you know, if we could play 500 baseball, just have equally as many wins as losses until this dude returns, I think we'll be okay. But we got to keep it that way. Just think about it, right? Right now, the Yankees are. Hold on, let me put up these standings. I should have had this ready already, but we're like what, like 10 games over 500. Let me pull it up. Let me pull it up here. Standings. Yeah. So right now we're 11 games over 500. 11 games over 500, man. If we could be 10 games over 500, I know that 10 games over 500 or 11, like right there, we're pretty good, man. I'm telling you, at the rate we're going, right? Just think about this, right? At the end of the season, there's 162 games in the season. Divide that by two, right? You divide that by two, that's 81 and 81. That's 500 baseball. If you're 10 games over that, you're 91 wins. That's a 91 win team. Does that win the American League East? I don't know. I don't think so. Maybe not. But you're definitely in the playoffs with a 91 win team. So we just got to keep it there. 500 ball. 500 ball, baby. That's what we're trying to do. 500 ball. Um, yep. Yeah. So Heliman's heart brings up a good point, but we're gonna get into all that here in a second. Let me try to just pull this thing up real quick. All right. Oh, no. Bring this up. All right. Austin Wells, 10-day IL. All right. So I mean, this was kind of random, to be honest. I was not expecting this, especially after they just called this guy up, Ali Sánchez, and sent J.C. Escarra down. But anyway, this is the tweet the Yankees put out today. Prior to tonight's game, the Yankees made the following roster moves: placed catcher Austin Wells on the 10-day injured list with cervical headaches. Recalled J.C. Escarra from Triple-A Scranton Wilkes-Barre. So, initially when I first heard the news, I was like, damn, my man Escarra he didn't even make it to freaking past Newark. He didn't make it past Newark International Airport before he got called back. But and those of you, if you know the New Jersey Turnpike, you know what I'm talking about. But anyway, so I was thinking like, man, that's a quick wasted option. But I had to learn. So I learned something new today. So it wasn't a wasted option. Apparently the rule. Oh, what am I doing? Wrong button. Apparently the rule is right, and this is something that I did not know. Let me pull it up here. The rule is in a situation like that, right? Because I was thinking, man, that what a wasted option. It even lasts 24 hours. But you don't waste the option because if there's like a double header, you can have a 27th man on the double header. I knew that already, and without wasting the option. And if let me pull this up because I gotta read it better. We'll read this thing together. Um, where we at? Okay. Upon being optioned to the minor leagues, a position player must remain there for 10 days. Yeah, I already knew that. Before he's eligible to be recalled to the major league roster for pitchers, or blah, to 27th man. If there's a player serving as a 27th man for a doubleheader or replacing a player who has been placed on the injured list, which is what JC Escarra is doing right now, replacing a player. Let me highlight this. All right. Or replacing a player who's placed on the injured list, which is Austin Wells. There is no minimum number of days for which the option player must remain in the minors. Yeah, it's confusing as fuck, man. Bottom line, from everything I've read, it's not a wasted option. So the Yankees don't lose an option on Escarra there. I guess, right? I don't know. The rule book isn't really clear. It ain't that clear. It ain't that clear. But yeah. So I mean, look, as someone who suffers from migraines, right? Because I get it. Like, man, if you suffer from migraines or headaches, bro, that it sucks, man. You. So I get these headaches, bro. That like it's like decapitate. Like I literally can't do anything, until that headache goes away. I have to, and it's like it sucks, man. So if he's suffering from that, I feel from him. Or right, he could have been. I was thinking about this. He could have been just so miserable after yesterday, thinking, "Damn, dude, like they just sent down J.C. I'm next, bro. I'm fucking next. I suck right now." And he probably just went out and just had a couple too many drinks. Came in the next day hungover with a headache, and they were like, "Dude, you're out of control. We're putting you on the 10-day phantom IL. Get your shit together." Well, that's probably what they said. I mean, like, I'm obviously that's like I'm speculating. I have no idea, but this was pretty random. I will say this though, as a catcher though, I've seen Wells personally. I've seen Wells take some shots off the face mask pause that are just deadly. That I'm like, dude, check this guy. He's taking some hits off the every catcher does, but I've seen Austin Wells take some foul tips off the face mask that I'm like, bro, somebody he needs concussion protocol because that shit, I don't care how much cushion you have on that face mask. That was that's crazy. That was pretty hard right there, right? So hopefully he's all right though. Hopefully he is good. What you guys think, man? What do you guys think? So right now it's Ali Sánchez and Austin Wells. That's the two guys who are gonna be, behind the dish. I'm actually excited to see Ali Sanchez. Like I really want. I don't know, man. From the catcher position, I just need somebody new right now. Obviously, everybody, we all want the Ali Rushmans. We all want the the Ryan Jeffers and the um what's that other guy's name that everybody's talking about? I can't remember. Dingler or whatever. But you know, f- uh, like a lot of these teams, man. First of all, they want a lot for these players, and these teams are not even out of it. So why would they trade these guys right now? The Twins, pretty much, yeah, but he's hurt. So why would we do that? Why would we do that? Let me pull Austin Wells stats real quick. Give it a second. All right. Short on this overlay here. All right, Austin Wells, he's obviously he's not having a good year, right? His WRC plus is 54. Like, bro, that is insane. That's pretty low. His WAR is point 0.2, and the only reason his WAR is a negative is because of his defense. If not, he'd probably have a negative WAR, right? Like how like that is insane. Can you have a negative WAR, right? I don't even know, but and in his situation, it probably would be right. He's batting 166 in 145 plate appearances at bats. He has 45 strikeouts, so that he's pretty much a 33%, 35% strikeout rate right now. Yeah, not a lot. He's not driving the ball out a lot, man. He only has one double on the season. One double, guys. So his slugging is terrible. His on base percentage is 278, 23 walks, OPS 533, only 4 home runs and 7 RBIs. He's just, man, he's going through it, guys. So if he has a headache, I like the thing is though, you can't blame this his performance on the headache. See, the Yankees like to do that a lot. And I didn't want to really get into this, but the Yankees like to do that shit a lot. And they'll justify playing and not they'll justify not getting rid of somebody and blame it on injury or something like that. They'll justify by saying, well, he was dealing with headaches. I wouldn't be surprised if they came out tomorrow in the pregame and say, yeah, well, he's been dealing with this for a while, and it just got to the point where it was like, you know what, take. I wouldn't put it past them if they said that, and then everybody's gonna say, oh, that's why he's been playing bad, right? Don't trade him, don't send him to the minors. He's been playing bad because he's been hurt. Um, yeah, I'm not falling for that, man, no more, bro. If you're hurt, you shouldn't be on the field. Plain and simple. If you're hurt, you shouldn't be on the field. So that's his stuff. His advanced metrics are even worse. You know, yeah, his advanced metrics don't look good. His expected batting average is 212. I mean, I guess that's more than 166, but it's not that much more. Um, Fielding. Let's look at his fielding. He's well, that's the only reason why he has a .2 WAR because his fielding is his fielding stats are better than most. Let me look at April. All right, so he didn't start off bad. In April, he was batting 211, 3 home runs, 5 RBI. So he was on base percentage of 370. He was doing all right. Then May came, and yeah, shit went downhill real fast. May came and he has been bad all May. And now in June, he doesn't even have a hit in June. Period. So yeah, not good. Not good from him. Let me see what you guys think in the chat. What do you guys think, man? Healing Men's Heart says, I don't trust our medical staff. They hid Wells' injury from us. Same with Judge. I think they're doing it with Cam. Man, look, Judge is really injured. I'm not saying Wells is not really injured, man, but I don't care, dude. If you're on the field and you're playing bad, you're fucking. That's it. There is no excuse. If you're on the field, I don't want to hear, "Oh, he was playing bad because he was hurt." That's the shit they did with Volpe last year, bro. Like, I'm not falling for that crap. If you're on the field, you're expected to play well, right? And once you step on that field, right? Once you don that uniform and run out there, that's it, man. It's on you. If you couldn't play and perform, you should have said something. You know, these guys are grown men, man. I'm not giving anybody a pass no more. Don't get me wrong, man. Like, I understand if you're hurt, it's hard to play well, but man, we've seen this too many times where they'll justify it, and then he's gonna be on the 10-day IL, and time is gonna pass, and then he's gonna come back. They're gonna give Ali Sánchez a run, and by the time you know it, it's the trade deadline, and no moves have been made. And next thing you know, we're in September, and guess who's your starting catcher? Austin Wells, because he had a hot 2 weeks after he came off the damn All-Star break, and then went back to shit. And we're like, well, he was hurt. That's why he played bad. Maybe he just sucked. What about all right? If he was playing bad this season because he was hurt, okay, what about last season? What and the year after that? So that's why I don't subscribe to that. I'm sorry. I don't subscribe to it. Let me see. The Yankees are doing the tank. They're doing the tank just like what happened in the NBA. No, they're not, dude. There was a tank problem. Now it seems like it's hitching the MLB. Yeah, but the Yankees ain't doing the tank, man. What are you talking about? We don't tank, man. We don't tank. And tanking in baseball is a lot different than in it's a lot different than it is on in NBA. Yeah, I'm gonna do some real quick. I'm gonna switch this to this and then switch back. I don't know why it has the wrong logo. I want the white Yankees logo. Okay, I guess not. Um, we'll just leave it like that. Yeah. Um, yeah, it's not the same, man. Because in basketball and football, a draft pick could immediately impact your team. Um, in baseball, yeah, certain draft picks can immediately could impact your team like sooner. Like a guy like Paul Skeens who breezes through the minor leagues, or Nick Kurtz who just guys like that who spend 1 year in the minors and they're in the big league and making a difference. Yeah, I get it, but I don't know. It's different, and the Yankees ain't tanking, man. There is no tanking with the Yankees. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know what you mean about that. Yankees are 1 game out. This right now is good. Um, 1 game out. This right now is good. Doubleheader in late August. Yankees should have a full team by then. Hopefully. Like, I've been listening to a lot of people, commentators, radio personalities, sports guys, and there are people out there who don't believe the Judge is coming back. There's people out there that believe that the Yankees are soft playing this a little bit because they don't want to literally tell the fans that said Judge is not coming back this year, season over, because they know that their ticket sales will go down. They know that it is it'll be bad, it'll be bad. So a lot of people believe that, come August or whatever, September, they're gonna be like, oh, he needs another 2 months or something like that. I hope not, man. I hope not. I think that, and if they do know something like that, and I wouldn't put it past them. That's the thing. Here's the thing, right? I don't believe that. I think that he will be back at some point later in the season. But, and it's a big but, I don't put it past the Yankees to gaslight the fans and and kind of downplay it, downplay it just to leave the hope out there and everything, you know. I wouldn't put it past them. I really wouldn't. So, damn, that shit hurt my heart saying that. I got the Judge MVP on. Damn, that should have sucked, man. Yankees should address the bullpen. They will, I think. We gotta before look, just get Giovanni Cruz, get him up here again, get LeGrand up here, and let's see what they can do up here, and then we can adjust fire from there. That's what I say. If they come up here and they're doing really good, and it's like, okay, well, maybe we don't have to go crazy on the trade market for bullpen arms, But if they come up here and they struggle and everything, then it's like, all right, we need to, pick up the phone and start calling some teams and let's see, what arms we can get over here ASAP because the bullpen is a problem. But right now, to me personally, man, right now, I think that the biggest problem is the offense, man. How do you make up for that offense? You saw the lineup, bro. You saw the lineup today. They had Anthony Volpe batting sixth, bro, or sixth or fifth, something like that, something crazy. The lineup is garbage, bro. It's you can't. You got like 5 AAA players in there because I consider Volpe a AAA player. I mean, that sucks. He's a big league, obviously, but he ain't playing like one. But he hasn't played like one. So you got Volpe in there, Ali Sánchez, who's just making his MLB debut. Um, Spencer Jones, I wasn't in the lineup. I'm trying to remember today's lineup. You know what? Let me check. Ace sent it to me. The lineup that did not happen. Let me see. Okay, yeah, Paul Goldschmidt, Ben Rice, Cody Bellinger, Amer Rosario as our cleanup hitter. And I get it because he has good numbers versus Ranger Suarez. Trent Grisham, Anthony Volpe. Okay, Anthony Volpe's batting sixth. Jazz Chisholm Jr. seventh. Jose Caballero, Ali Sánchez. Yeah, man, it's not. Look, that is not a championship lineup, man. So we need to get somebody else in there. We can't expect Ben Rice to do it all. At some point, some of these guys are gonna cool off and everything and go through their struggles and hopefully not, but we gotta figure something out, man. That's what I'm saying. And can we put Caballero back at shortstop? Is that too much to ask, bro? Get him off of right field. All right. But the guy was freaking doing perfectly fine at shortstop. No complaints. Best fielding shortstop at the time in the league. And we talking about ahead of like guys like Bobby Wood Jr. I don't think that's the case right now, but at the time it was, right? Like, bro, I don't know. I don't understand how they kind of sneakily, I don't even know the word, right? They low key freaking sneaky gave Volpe back his job, after they literally told this dude, you're the new starting shortstop. But you got to go on the IL for 10 days. And he came back and he didn't have no job, guys. Shit is crazy, man. Crazy. So I think this team will surprise us with Judge. I don't know. What do you mean by that? Glad J.C. is back. He isn't a good player, but he's a tad better than Wells. He also has better vibes around him, and I like J.C. Escarra. Like he seems like a cool dude, and he got a great story. Yeah, but my man can't hit for shit, bro. I'm sorry. Like, no, I don't know these guys personally, man, but and it's not personal with me. I think that neither one of them is neither one of them right now is good. I don't even want to see him play. Like, just give me Ali Sánchez. I'd rather have somebody new and hopefully he can do better. If Ali Sánchez comes up here and bats 220, that's 50 points better than what we got from these other guys, 50 points better. Travis, for not having a bullpen, be good in offense, not be very good. Starting rotation being great. Only game out first in June, 3 months. Yeah, man. We good right now, man. But the problem is a storm is coming, guys. A storm is coming. And it ain't looking good. And look, these pitchers look, and I hope that these guys can the rotation can carry the team like they've done early in the season. But these guys are gonna start getting tired, man. The pitchers go through it too. And is the offense gonna pick up? Is the offense gonna pick up the rotation when the rotation needs it? You know what I mean? Because the rotation has picked up the offense all season long so far. Is the offense capable of doing that for them? We the only game we won in June so far, that 2-1 win versus the Cleveland Guardians, bro. You think that that's gonna happen a lot often? Like eventually, man, you got to score more runs than that. And it was 2 runs, and it was we had to manufacture those runs. That was like a home run, and I think it was a Ben Rice home run, and then Jazz Chisholm had stole the base, and then a wild pitch. He ended up at third, and we figured out how to score another run. That's not gonna happen most of the time, especially when you start playing good teams. Especially as the season goes on, right? This is how baseball, the MLB season is. As the season goes on, right, the teams that you start figuring out, okay, these are the serious teams that are good. They stood this test of time, right, of 162, and you get towards those, especially those middle months, and like August, late July, August, September. Some of these teams, man, you start figuring out who's the teams you got to worry about. And I think the Yankees, we can make it to the playoffs with this team. I think we could, especially with the expanded wild card. Even if Judge was out for the whole season, knock on wood, right? I think this team could find a way to squeeze in there, squeeze into a wild card spot. But that's where it stops, man. I don't think this team could beat anybody else after that. This offense is just anemic, man. It's just not good. You know, it isn't right now. Hopefully they turn it on though, and prove me wrong. Giovanni Cruz and LeGrand, they need to be up. Yeah, I think they're gonna get up here soon, man. I don't know what's the holdup. I don't know why they waiting. Especially Giovanni, man. He came up here and was nails, dude. His one outing up here gave us. He looked fantastic. Like, wouldn't you want to see that again? Like, how do you call a guy up here and he's freaking nails, right? Even though it's only 1 inning, he's nails for that 1 inning. Looked very good, and then you just send him right back down. It's like, wouldn't you want to see him again? Wouldn't you be like, you know what? Let's keep him for now. I want to see some more, right? Even if your plan is to send him down again, like, you know what? Let's okay, kid. That was great. Had a great MLB debut. Let's see you do it again. Okay, let's see you do it now in a high leverage situation. Oh, this guy really, you know, we got something here. But instead, they want to keep these other guys around because it's all business. It's all business, man. Yeah, that's all it is. It's business, and unfortunately, these guys in the minors, they come up. They have a lot more. The Yankees have a lot more control, obviously, and they have a lot more options with these guys. They could send them down, send them back up, and not have to worry about it, and not have to lose them permanently. Because some of these other guys, like, isn't was it Paul Blackburn? He's on an MLB contract, isn't he? Meaning that you can't send him down. He's got to agree to it, or you got to release him. And the Yankees ain't trying to do that right now. They're not. Um, yeah, I'm gonna breeze through some of these. I think the Grandhay will fall. His walk rate is too high. Duvall 2.0. I mean, but we will never know until he gets here. He's got to get here, man. He's got to get, and I don't think so, man. I think that he's gonna be all right. His last outing was outstanding. He went 4 innings, 1 hit, 7 strikeouts. This was down in Triple-A, obviously, bro. 103, right? Plays, man. It plays his stuff. I don't know. He looks more poised. Duvall looks sometimes when Duvall's out there. Duvall is a talented dude, obviously, right? Freaking, he's got he's so much talent in that arm. It's ridiculous. But sometimes he's just out there. He just kind of looks lost. He kind of looks like he don't give a fuck. Like, I don't know. I don't get that vibe with LeGrand. I think LeGrand is gonna be legit, man. I think he's gonna be legit. Duvall kind of look, and I don't know because I don't know him. I don't know these people. Duvall to me looks like a person who's uncoachable almost. You know, like he's here because he's just super duper talented, but he's uncoachable. That's how I see him. That's the vibe I get. And obviously, this is all speculation, right? Because I don't know any of these guys. Where LeGrand here, he looks like a guy who's who's coachable to me. John the Beagle Dad, what's up, man? Make sure you guys like and subscribe too if you're not. Like and subscribe. And if you're looking for graphics and stuff like that, if you're a streamer or anything, please check out Stream Slayers. All these graphics, the ticker, everything is powered by Stream Slayers. That's the QR code. If you want to visit the website, you get a 7-day free trial. Cancel anytime during the trial, and you won't be charged, obviously. So that's streamslayers.com for sports overlays, box scores, tickers, score bugs, and more. All right. Let's go back over here. Who else we got here? Man, I need my glasses. I can't see. My cousin Bam Bam's in the building. Hold on, I gotta highlight that. Bam Bam, what's good, Bam? Love you, bro. That's my cousin right there. All right. Jersey Girl says, "Don't worry, everybody. We just got a scrub from Triple-A to replace our bums, Wells, and Escarra." Speaking of the scrub, right? Okay, let's put this back over here. Speaking of that scrub, uh, let's put him up. I wouldn't say he's a scrub. Look, I don't know the guy, man. I'm pretty sure I seen him play in spring training. Talking about Ali Sánchez, the guy who just got called up. I'm pretty sure I seen him play in spring training. But the thing is, in spring training, I'm not looking for any of these guys. If you're not a top touted prospect like George Lombard Jr., Spencer Jones, you know, guys like that, LeGrand, Ben Hess, ERC, dudes like that. If you're not one of those guys, like I'm not really looking for you. So I'm pretty sure I've seen him bat and seen him play, and it was just I was oblivious to this. Like it, you know. Um, and that's just me because I look, obviously I'm a super fan of the New York Yankees, but I don't get so deep into the minor league clubs and stuff like that. Some people do. I don't follow all these guys. I probably should, I probably should, but I don't. I don't. But all right, got my glasses now. But Ali Sanchez, uh, down in Triple-A in Scranton, the 227 average, 327 on base percentage, and take this with a grain of salt because obviously this is Triple-A, right? It's not the big league. So to say that he's gonna put these numbers up in the big leagues is crazy. He could put more, maybe less. Who knows, right? But I would say this though: if he can give me these stats right here that we see on this screen right now, if you can give me this production, I would be over the moon for this guy, in love, pause, right? Because what we've been getting from the catcher position between Austin Wells and J.C. Escarra is just it's atrocious, man. It's terrible. Like you can't sustain that. 227 for a catcher. I get it, 227 if you, especially if you older guys like me, the batting average guys, man, 227 is terrible. But if for nowadays, a catcher giving you 227 and a 327 on base percentage with a 700 OPS, I'll take it, man. I'll take it. I'll take it. I wonder if let me see if we could pull up some fielding stuff on this guy. No, there's no fielding stats on him. Um, yeah, we'll see him. We'll see when he comes up. We'll see what he got. Any advanced metrics? No, nothing on that. All right, let's hide him. I think. Oh no, that we saw that already. We headed off. We'll head off. Just I've been told that Chef seen me in here on the phone. Well, headed off. Just I don't know. I'm trying to decipher this cryptic ass chat message. I don't know. Oh, Chef Nick. Yeah, I guess, man. I'm not sure. You can have a negative war, or you can have a negative war. Yeah, well, the only reason Austin Wells doesn't have a negative war is because of his defensive skills. You know, I want to put this out there too, right? I don't dislike Austin Wells, right? I really don't. I never disliked any player. Like, it's nothing personal. Like certain players though, like piss me off. Like, but not Austin Wells. It's just he's just not productive, man. And guys like him and Volpe, and I'm just tired of it. And a lot of it too, I will blame on the Yankees, the Yankee organization itself, because they've, not fall for the hype, I guess, whatever. But the thing is that they keep pushing these guys down our freaking throats. And it's like, bro, it's not working. Please, it's not working. And they gaslight you. And the whole situation with Volpe, I'm not against Volpe either. I just feel like he doesn't deserve to be the starting shortstop. That's it. There's a guy by the name of Jose Caballero who's better than him. And I understand that you can put Caballero at right field and do all that and stuff like that. I understand that, right? But how about you just leave him at short and then put somebody else at right field, like Spencer Jones or freaking get when Dominguez comes back. Dominguez is gonna be back very soon. And then what are you gonna do? You're gonna platoon Dominguez and Jose Caballero. Look, I'm sorry, I don't mean to curse, but it pisses me off, man. Like, can the best nine players, right? This is my thing. Can the best nine players just play? And I understand like there's a method to the madness and the way they put the line. I understand. But sometimes though, there's certain players and certain things that you can just tell that it's really because I don't want to say favoritism or anything like that, but they bias towards certain players over others, man. And I get it, right? Because Anthony Volpe is a first round pick, and Austin Wells is a first round pick, and Spencer Jones is a first round pick, and there's a lot invested in these guys. But my goodness, man, we trying to win. At the end of the day, we trying to win. That shouldn't even matter. It shouldn't even matter. If you're better, you're better. I don't care if you freaking if we found you. I don't care if we found you in a Uber, like JC Escarra, man. If you're better, you play, right? You play. That's how I am, right? Anyway, kind of went off on a tantrum there. Yankees need to trade for catcher Ali Rushman or Ryan Jeffers. Yeah, Ryan Jeffers is hurt right now, so I'm a little skeptical about that one. And then Ali Rushman, man, like the thing is that like, why would the why would the Orioles even trade him? I get it though. The Orioles need pitching, so in order to get him from the Orioles, like you're gonna have to blow them away, man. You're gonna have to knock them off their socks and just give them an offer they can't refuse, right? A Godfather offer. You gotta make them an offer they can't refuse. That's the only way. I think that's the only way that they trade him right now. Right now, don't get me wrong. Like as the trade deadline approaches, if the Orioles are like way out of it, then yeah, at that point it's a different It's yeah, everything changes, you know. But right now, I don't think they will. Because if I pull up the standards here and I'll pull it up again, I don't know what they did today, but they're 31 and 34. They're 6 and 4 in their last 10. I don't think they're a very good team, but man, like I said, with these expanded playoffs, you can find a way to get a postseason. And Ali Rushman, he won't be a free agent until 2028. So they got control of him next year too. So they're not, you know, their arms aren't what they like pretty much they're not handcuffed, you know. They don't have to do anything, right? They don't have to do anything. They can wait for a freaking sweetheart deal to come along from a team. So if the Yankees really want to get him, you're gonna have to overpay right now. That's my opinion. That's what I think. In the American League overall, they're seventh place right now. They do have a negative run differential, but there's definitely talent on that team. Definitely talent on that team. Uh, but man, Ali Rushman would be a dream, dude. And he's a switch hitter. He's just perfect. He would be the perfect. He would just be the perfect addition, right? The perfect addition for the Yankees. His defense these days, he don't play much of catcher these days. I think he's like a permanent DH at this point. But who cares, man? Right now, we need some offensive production. That's what we need, and I'm sure that he's not terrible either. You know what? We could pull. Let me pull that up. Let me pull up Adley Rushman's. Uh, all right, this is what he's batting right now. Okay. Let's look at his postseason numbers. I'm tired of getting guys who can't hit in the postseason. And guess what? His postseason numbers aren't good. We need guys who can come up with big hits. Anyway, okay. 2.2 WAR. Where's his fielding? Okay, here we go. All right. Hmm. Yeah. All right. So yeah, it's gonna be man. I don't see it happening for some reason. If it was to happen, man, that'd be crazy, dude. Like literally freaking just best case scenario, we get Ali Rushman. Best case scenario for the catcher position. I kind of lost my spot here. Uh Lou says, don't even rush Judge back this season. We're not winning a championship. Let him heal properly. Let Stan heal and let Jones and Dominguez play. I mean, yeah, don't rush him back, obviously. But if he's ready to go and we're making a push, right? Come September, late August, I say bring him back, man. Obviously, don't rush him. But if he's ready, bring him back. See, look, Lou, this is the thing that kills me, man. Look, I get it. You may feel like we're not winning a championship, right? But bro, we're not even there yet, dude. Like we have a long way to go. Don't get me wrong. This team right now, I don't think they could win a championship right now. But the shit could change, dude. Shit could change, man. So man, you got to be a little more optimistic. It's way too freaking early, dude. It's way too freaking early. You got to be a little more optimistic, man. Anything can happen. You just never know. You really just never know, man. Healing Man's Heart says the Yankees should sell. The Yankees should sell in on June. What's today? June 6th. On June 6th, the Yankees should go ahead and sell. You just man, you guys are crazy, dude. You guys are nuts, brother. I'm sorry, man. The fact that you're saying the Yankees should sell on June 6th is crazy, man. Dude, it's not, especially if you really expect Judge to be back by September or at September. If you expect him to be back September, Aaron Judge, why? Why so? You know? Why? guys. Like you make no sense, bro. It's freaking it. Oh my god, bro. It is, guys. I get it, right? It's bad right now. It's bad right now. We just lost the best hitter in baseball. The offense is looking like ass. Our catcher position is straight trash. I understand. We just lost. Um, we lost out of the last 6 games. We only won 2, right? So we lost 4 games out of in the last 6. I understand that, right? It's June 6th though, and we're 11 games over 500, and you're saying to sell in June 6th, guys. Come on, bro. Man, you guys are really off your rocker, man. I'm sorry. Grind needs time in Triple-A, developing as a bullpen arm. Nah, man. I don't think so. I think he's a big boy, man. Bring him up here. He'll be fine. And I'm gonna tell you why, right? I'm afraid that an arm like that, the last thing you want is you're gonna leave him down there in Triple-A all season, trying to develop as a bullpen, right? Or whatever. And he mess around and get hurt, and that's it, is over. You know, he's done, man. Especially with pitchers. When pitchers are good, man, pitchers are like, this is gonna be a crazy analogy, right? But pitchers are like bananas, right? They're like bananas. When you go to the store and you see the bananas and they're real green. They're real green. You're like, these are not ready. These are not ripe. They're not ready. They're not ready. But when they start getting ripe, when it's ripe, when it's ready, it's perfect, right? But if you wait too long, that's it. You have a window. You have a window when that banana is good. And if you wait too long, that banana spoil. You be like, you know what? I'm gonna save this banana till tomorrow. You wake up tomorrow and that banana is all black and disgusting. You're like, oh, it's trash. You know? And I say that to say this, man. A pitcher only has so many pitches in his arm, man. I think LeGrand should make his major league debut this year. At some point, he should make his major league debut this year. I don't care if it's as a starter, if it's as a bullpen arm. I understand he has a 4 ERA. I'm gonna pull him up here. He's not even on the 40 man, so it's gonna, but that you can always work that, and that's just my personal opinion. Um, Let me pull up. I think just give the kid a shot, man. The Yankees don't do that, but other teams do it. This guy throws 100 something miles per hour. Something could click. He hasn't even had a full. Let him come up here and be around. I understand he's had spring trainings and everything like that, but let him come up here and be around guys like freaking like Cam Schlitter, Garrett Cole, freaking Matt Blair. Let him be around the big league club and let him feel that and see other pitchers around the league and play against other teams or hard throwers and learn. You don't know what you got until you bring them up here, right? That's what I think, man. I think the command could be I think it could be harnessed. He's got a 4.08 ERA, 70 strikeouts and 53 innings pitched. And his K through 9 is incredible. Yeah. I need to add walks to that. I should have walks there. Okay. Yeah. I don't know. I think he'll be fine, dude. These guys are big boys, man. These guys play baseball. Like, people think, well, if you bring him up here now, you're gonna ruin him, and maybe that's the case for certain people, man. But I don't know. I got a good feeling about this guy right here, and I think that he's not weak minded like that, and it's not gonna ruin him. If anything, he's gonna take it as a learning experience. If he comes up here and gets, every pitcher is gonna get rocked at some point. I feel like this guy's gonna come up here and do damage, man. I think he could do damage. You got to think he was a starter. His walk rate was high as a starter. If you put him in the bullpen, you tell him, look, I just need you to throw strikes for 1 inning, 3 outs. That's it. 3 outs. Everything kind of changes a little bit. Maybe. I don't know. I could be wrong though, right? So, um, first time here. Thank you. A bit off topic. The Yankees bleacher chanters, Volpe, etc. But no boos for Wells. With the team so soft, just embarrasses me. Anyone else? Um, I mean, some people don't like to boo their players. Some, me personally, man, I don't care. Like, if you're bad, you deserve to get booed. You know, that's just how it is. When I'm bad at my job, guess what? I mean, the boss doesn't boo me, but they let me know, like, yo, you messed up. You know, like there's nothing wrong with that. Um, I don't think that booing is gonna make a difference though in this case. I think guys like Wells, man, I think that maybe this IO is exactly what he needs, man. Just sometimes dudes just you just need to just take a step back and just relax for a second. Like, bro, this shit is when the game starts getting too fast, it's like, bro, sometimes the best thing is to take time off. You know how they say, like, if you're studying, right? When you're studying, um, like if you're studying for a test or whatever, and you study, sometimes it's good and you're trying to learn something. Or if you're trying to figure something out or do like a homework and it's just getting too complicated, sometimes the best thing to do is just walk away for a little bit, grab something to eat, whatever, just chill for a little, then come back. And it's like all of a sudden you feel renewed. Maybe that's the case. Me personally, though, and it's none against Wells and Volpe. I don't think that's the case because these guys been here for a while, right? If it was Spencer Jones, I'd be like, all right, he's just got up here. But Volpe, this is Volpe's fourth year, guys. This is Anthony Volpe's fourth year. This is Austin Wells' third year. It's like, okay, like it's now or never for these guys. That's how I feel about them. Let's go Knicks. Yes, sir. No way they traded him in the division. I don't think so either. You're right, man. You're right. Like Volpe AL MVP 2026. And you know what's crazy though, Kelvin, man, that I love a good redemption story. Like I really want the Volpe to come back and just be lights out. And he came back playing decent, man. But even as soon as he got back, I was like, nah, he's the same Volpe. You know, he looked really good, man. When you're facing Sean Manaea, you look pretty good. When you facing these whack pitching, I don't know, man. My whole thing with Volpe is just that there's another player that's better than him right now, and they still going with this kid. That's what really upsets me. That's what bothers me. So, you know, yeah. Roger, appreciate the dono, man. Says, thank you, man. Appreciate it. We got here Victor Valen Victor Valen Valente. I think I said that right. He says, I think Wells was confused. Oh, I think Wells was concussed when he took that foul ball. You watch that replay. That was vicious. That was a vicious hit. You could tell he was out of it, but they left him in the game. Yeah, but and I was saying that earlier, Victor, that man, I've seen Wells take a bunch of vicious hits this year. But Wells has gotten hit in the face mask a bunch of times, man. And let me tell you something, man. I agree. I think, man, there was a few times this year that I was like, dude, somebody concussion protocol immediately, bro. If this was football, they would have pulled him out the game and put him in the blue tent because I don't care what you're saying. I understand his padding and stuff. You get hit like that, man, in the face, bro. It shakes your brain, dude. So maybe he's rattled, man. Maybe he is, but last year he wasn't good. So that's my thing. Like when the whole thing when there was like Volpe shoulder. Yeah, but okay. All right. So even if we give him last year, okay, but what about the year before that though, man? What happened that time, So that's why I don't like to get into that, man, too much. I don't like to blame performance on injury because once you take the field, man, you're accountable. You need to be accountable, you know? The Yankees organization became a machine. Its only purpose is to make profits, says Haiti Yu. Yeah, you're right, unfortunately. And how is a businessman? I need to stand up. Hold on a second. My freaking feet. I'm diabetic, so when I sit down for too long, my feet start feeling weird. Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, Yeah, Hal's a businessman. You know, Hal, man, he loves his money. He loves his money. Old Scrooge McDuck ass. But and I mean, like, can you blame him, man? Like, I don't blame the owners for wanting to make money, but at the same time, like, win. You know, you should want to win. Winning makes money, man. Like, I don't understand why they don't understand this. Like, you recoup all that, man. Winning will make you more money, you know? I think. And it'll when what happens when you win, you birth fans, you know? You birth fans. People start tuning in like, oh, people like, oh, you know, you think the Knicks right now, like the Knicks and the Spurs. There's a bunch of little kids out there and people just tuning into basketball out of nowhere, and they're becoming Knicks fans and Spurs fans because people want to root for winners, man. Nobody wants to root for losers. It's freaking miserable, bro. We've been losing. I mean, I get it. We make it to the playoffs, but we haven't won a ring in so long that we're losers, guys. Like, the Yankees are losers, bro. Like, we're not a winning. When people are like, well, they're a winning team. Okay, by your standards, yeah. My standards and the Yankee standards, it used to be a little different, you know. So it depends on what you call winning. I call winning raising up that World Series trophy um, when it's all said and done. And we haven't done that in a while. It's crazy because like we haven't done that in so long, right? For me, I'm old enough to have seen it plenty of times, but there's a bunch of kids, man. Like even like my son and stuff. He's a Yankee fan just because he better be right. But like when I like his team, like all these kids that he played with, most of them are not even Yankee fans. Most of them are Dodgers fans. Most of them are like fans of certain players, so they root for them. Like they might be a Tatis fan, so they're like the Padres. Nobody wants to root for a loser. So yeah, he lacks intensity. Hmm. Oh man, but how you feel about I put a poll up yesterday. Do you really think Aaron Judge is returning back? Right? If you think he's returning back, put one in the chat. If you think he's not coming back, put two. Or you know what? I'll just put a poll. I'll set up a poll. We'll do that, and let's listen to Aaron Boone's post game if I could find it here when I put up this poll. Bro, where is this thing? Okay, here we go.
Aaron, why do you think Ryan Weathers has had a little bit of trouble keeping the ball in the ballpark? The last handful of starts, he's allowed 7 home runs in his last 4 starts.
Yeah, just making some mistakes in the heart I think there's been a few of those that have been some good swings on some good pitches. But tonight, like, I thought his stuff was really good overall, but was a little scattered, with not that he was walking a lot of guys, but a lot of, longer counts. And they took advantage of a handful of mistakes.
Dan.
Have Rice go into a full count there against Colombe in the whatever inning that was, and then Goldschmidt on deck. Do you kind of feel like that is a window of opportunity there, just the way inning is lining up?
This is yesterday's post game too. My bad, guys. I haven't watched this, so if you watched this, I apologize, but I haven't watched this, so
the right-handed Goldschmidt coming up.
I want to hear why his reasoning for taking Spencer Jones out. And hopefully somebody asks him about that Anthony Volpe at bat in the ninth too.
Potentially with McMahon on first. Just, that I guess the depth of the lineup that you need to take advantage of every opportunity that you have now that you're down Judge.
Sure, that's the rub every game. I mean, I think I don't really know how to answer. I mean, sure. Like, Colombe's a pretty neutral guy, though. So, every opportunity, in a big league game is precious, whether Aaron's in the lineup or not. Like, that's ultimately what offense, is. If you hit some in the seats, do you take advantage of some innings that where you're building some things? And I thought for the most part throughout the night, we had some pretty quality at bats, throughout the lineup. We had a couple opportunities to really get that big hit, and it didn't really happen tonight outside the two.
The problem is that it hardly ever happens. That's the problem, man.
Solo homers. Manufactured the one with the stolen base and came around, but that's going to be every night.
Oh, well, I guess that's it. Nobody had bothered to ask him about Anthony Volpe's 3-pitch at bat versus Aroldis Chapman, where he took 3 fastballs right down the middle and didn't even bother to even think about swinging. Or why would you take out Spencer Jones after he went 3 for 3? Even though it was like 3 not very hard hits, but they're 3 hits, man. So they're 3 hits. They'll make the playoffs, but they're a terrible team. Yeah, man. I want to say the thing is though, what you got to think is that this team could be terrible, but as long as everybody else is even more terrible, this team could win. Look, this isn't my favorite roster. I'm be honest with you. This roster is weak right now, especially without Judge. Poof, it's looking pretty sad. But at the same time, this is my team, man. So I'm a ride or die to, win or lose. If the Yankees could be 30 games under 500 right now, and I'll still be watching them. Just 'cause, I don't know. I've just been a fan. Like I'm old enough to have watched them in the early 90s, especially like 91, and when they freaking sucked, dude. Like, when there was no hope. On June 6th, it was like, yeah, it's pretty much done. Where there wasn't no extended, there wasn't no extended playoffs or extended wild card. There was none of that stuff. It was like 4 teams made it, and that's it to the playoffs, unfortunately. So there wasn't even a wild card period back then. It was like if you won the division, you made it. There was like one wild card maybe. Anyway, Victor says, I think Wells. Oh yeah, we read that one. Cashman has been GM for nearly 30 decades. For nearly 3 decades. Yeah, he's been the GM for quite some time, man. He has, man. Look, I'll tell you what, last year, right, for those of you just joining, make sure you subscribe, obviously, and like and all that stuff. But last year at the trade deadline, oh my God, I was, for the first time in my life, I was giving Cashman his praise, for going out and getting David Bednar, Camilo Doval, and Jake Bird. I was like, bro, he went all out, bullpen's fixed. Turns out, immediately to their first game, they pitched their first game as a Yankee, freaking told us exactly how it was gonna be. They all suck, bro. I remember that game, man. And even Caballero messed up. He had made an error in right field. It was like, looking back, right? That trade deadline did not age well. Like, it's probably one of the worst trade deadlines. It was like, man, Cashman, I'm telling you, man, he better go all out this year, man. But the thing is, though, he won't get fired or anything like that. He needs to just step down. Legendary, who are your favorite Yankees of all time? Well, my favorite Yankee of all time is Derek Jeter. But before Derek Jeter, it was Don Mattingly. And then after them, right? I don't know. You could call me a bandwagon guy. I always liked the best guy. Like Don Mattingly obviously was the best. Then I like Derek Jeter. Obviously I like Aaron Judge. Freaking my favorite Yankees. But then I have a lot of old low-key Yankees that I just liked because they're great. Son, I always loved Paul O'Neill, the Warrior. Damn, that's a tough question, man. Who else, man? It's a lot of, who I used to like, dude? Just because, man, I like the old guys, man, the old teams. I used to even like Luis Soho. That was my dude, bro. Freaking, even though he had no neck, bro, my man, he looked like, Luis Soho used to look like he drive car services, bro. He looked like he worked for New Day, like a car service. on his spare time. He might had like 3 chins, but he was a beast, bro. He was a beast. Yeah, man, those are my guys back then. Obviously, Mariano Rivera. Yeah, good times, man. Good times. Healing Man's Heart says Volpe pissed on his legs against Chapman. Probably did, man. I think they did ask him about Jones. Yeah, but they didn't post it, so I didn't catch it live. On that one, and I didn't hear it. So, like, I understand. I mean, it's clear why. It's clear why he pinched hit for Jones yesterday, because the matchup. Look, don't get it twisted. The matchup was not good. It was not good, but the guy is 3 for 3. You understand? The guy is 3 for 3, so you got to let him go. And again, and I don't want to bring this up, but I'm gonna bring it up anyway, right? It's the same thing when he brought in Nestor Cortez in Game 1 of the the 2024 World Series to face Otani and Freeman and them. It's the same thing. Yeah, the matchup, right? The paper on paper, the papers tells you go to Nestor Cortez here. But the game, right? Seeing these guys play is telling you Tim Hill has been your guy. Like, he's been the guy. You go with the hot hand. Instead, he went with the paper, what the paper told him, and he brought in Nestor and you guys know the rest. But Godzilla, yeah, yep. Matsui is a beast. Yeah, Bernie. Bernie was my guy, man. I used to love Bernie, man. Bernie was my guy too, man. All them old Yankees, man. They old Yankees now, man. I used to like all these guys, man. Even for some reason, I always liked Graham Lloyd, bro. I always loved Jeff Nelson too, like sidearm. I remember, like, you guys, my cousin Bam Bam was in the chat when we used to play. Like, I'd be pitching or he'd be pitching to me. We'd be like, Jeff Nelson, start throwing sidearm, right? Start throwing sidearm, stuff like that. We mimic these guys and try to, play like they played. Yeah, man, Jim Leyritz is one of my heroes, bro. Freaking hit one of the biggest home runs of my life, I felt like at the time. And he had the best batting stance ever too. Jim Leyritz, his batting stance was fucking legendary. Um, Larry Barry says, talk about important issues, not Jeff Nelson. Well, I'm answering a question. Larry Barry, you can see your way out, brother. The same way you find your way here, you can find your way out. Why not bring in Trout to replace Judge for the time being? I'll tell you why, Larry Barry. And that's a great point. The reason why I wouldn't do it is because, and this is going to be a problem that we're going to get to later, especially even when Judge comes back, he's going to need the DH spot. If you bring in a guy like Trout, who literally has degenerative disc disease in his freaking spine, that DH position needs to be available for Judge, right? First and foremost, that DH spot, he's going to need that shit, But so is Trout and so is Stanton. So we don't need to confuse that either, man. But yeah, that's why me personally, I wouldn't look. I'm not opposed it, or I'm not against getting Trout, but I could see that it'll create a logjam later in the lineup, And I mean, unless Boone is gonna, sit down Stanton or something like that, man. That's a whole nother conversation. But yeah, that's why I wouldn't do it personally. That's why I wouldn't. I did not say the time being or this guy. Larry Barry, man. Come on, man. Don't start, dude. I will slap fire out your ass, brother. You don't know me like that. But we're gonna let it slide. Cashman doesn't have the stones to acquire Trout. Not realistic. I don't think he's a good fit, man. I get it, it's Mike Trout, man, but he's still owed a lot of money. You know what? Let me put him out. Let's just do that. He's still owed a lot of money, and what am I doing? I can't spell. And like I said, man, this is a guy who obviously has an injury history. He has a back problem that could flare up at any time. Right now, look, man, I'm seeing. I think of it like this, man, and even Stanton to me is going to be a problem because we need to get Judge out the outfield. So either you sit Stanton down, and maybe if you were to get Mike Trout, him and Judge could platoon somehow or something, being in the outfield. I'm not against it. Obviously, he's having a freaking. I'm looking at his stats right now. I'm gonna pull it up. He's having a crazy year, but yeah. And before I do that, let me pull up his contract. Look at his contract here real quick. All right. So 2026. So obviously he's owed $37 million through 2030. So that will be another 4 years. Another 4 years, and you're probably gonna have to eat half of this year's salary. So it's a lot of money, guys, man. A lot of money. The Yankees got it though. They could do it. But there's a lot of money for something that's just, I don't know, man. I don't see it happening though. If it happened, look, if they came out tomorrow and said the Yankees acquired Mark Trout in a blockbuster trade and all this, I'd be happy though. But you got to figure out when Stanton returns and Judge returns, you got to figure all that out. You know, especially if Judge needs to be in DH. I think the Yankees learned the lesson, man, with this one. That it's like, bro, it's time. It's that time in his career where he's gonna have to kind of, you know, to keep him healthy all the time. He's gonna have to play more. He's gonna have to be the DH more often. He doesn't fit right now, man. I would love Mike Trout. Don't get me wrong. My goodness, man. We saw what he did when him and Judge went at it earlier this season. And Mike Trout outdid Judge, freaking just hitting bombs after bomb. I would love it, man, but I don't see it happening, bro. Sometimes, man, like when it'll be great, but you gotta be realistic too. Like, you gotta be realistic. It could happen, but I don't know. He can play the field. Yeah. I want to see more Spencer Jones, man. I do. Look, and coming through the system, right? As Spencer Jones, from the time he was drafted and coming up, I was never really that high, and I think it's because I was more like, okay, like I'll believe it when I see it, type thing. And I started not. I'm not gonna say I didn't like him, but I started being like, man, okay, this is our top guy right now. At one point, he was up there, and he was a top 100 prospect up there, you know. And I watched him little by little just come down to the point where he wasn't. And I was like, dude, at a certain point, you know, the same thing with Anthony Volpe and Peraza and a lot of guys. There was a time where we could have got a freaking elite player for these guys, you know, and they didn't. And it just, you know, so now that we're at this point with Spencer Jones, that he's finally up here, I want to see him more. I want to see more. I want to see. I'm hoping that he could, you know, that it was worth it, man. I'm hoping that all those trades we turned down and all those years where we were like Spencer Jones is untouchable, he's untradeable. The same way we talk about guys like the same way we talk about a George Lombard Jr. A lot of people say he's untouchable or LeGrand is untouchable. Like you will trade anybody with these guys. At one point, that was being said by a lot of you guys too. Don't deny it, because I would say the majority of the fan base would had Spencer Jones as untouchable, right? Um, let's see if it's worth it. The same thing with Volpe. At one point, people were like, "You can't trade Volpe. He's the future shortstop. He's gonna be this. He's gonna be all right." You know. And look, in 2022, was it 2022? And in 2022, you could have got Luis Castillo for Anthony Volpe, and they wouldn't pull the trigger. You know. So that's why I say I hope that Spencer Jones can live up to some. I mean, have some value, man. Make an impact on this team somehow. That's all I want. So pick up every injury-prone player we possibly can, but pass on Trout because he may get injured. Yeah, makes a lot of sense, buddy boy. I mean, uh, did I say pick up every injury-prone player? Like, my guy, you know, sometimes like I'm gonna keep it real with you, Larry Barry, bro. You're an idiot, bro. Because I didn't even say that, bro. You putting words in my mouth. Come on, guy, man. Please, dude. Sometimes I can't, man. We need a drastic change to our team. Aaron Judge is not dependable, rather injury prone. We need Luis Arias to inject some contact hitting into the team. I mean, okay, but you get a Luis Arias. I heard this argument, right? And I already know where you got it from. I don't. It was Yankees Unloaded was talking about Luis Arias. Okay, cool. You know, last year everybody didn't want Luis Arias. Now everybody wants Luis Arias because he's had 2 months of good fielding. You know, and everybody thinks he's freaking, Willie Randolph all of a sudden. I'm not saying he is. I'm not saying he isn't. I'm not saying I would get him. I'm not saying I would. If the Yankees got him right now, I'd be happy. But right now, to me personally, it would be nice, but you can't just get Luis Arias and think that we're all good, man. I think right now, man, there's no way to make up for Aaron Judge, man. But you gotta get something else, man. If you get Luis Arias, you gotta think about it, right? What are you gonna do? The only way that works is if you put Jazz at third base. You know, that's the only way that works. You bring in Luis Arias, put him at second base. The shortstop scenario, we already know what that is. And then you have third base, and then it's Jazz at third base. That's how that works. I'm gonna tell you right now, Jazz doesn't want to be a third baseman, right? I don't know him obviously, but from the last time he played third base, Jazz doesn't want to play third base. It's gonna create issues. That's what I think. And he wasn't a great third baseman either. And it ended up messing up his shoulder. He said he ended up hurting his shoulder from making throws at third base. And he's in a contract year. I don't think he would like it, man. I really don't. I think that it'll be problematic. That's what I think. You know, I could be wrong, man. I could be wrong. But, you know, I tell you what, Luis Arias, he does. If you put him in the lineup, you're injecting a lot of contact. What you're not injecting, though, man, is there's no, you ain't gonna get power out of there, And I'm not against Luis Arias. There was a point where I was dying for the Yankees to get him, but right now, is he a perfect? Is he a fit? I can see the Yankees making it work, but the only way is Jazz got to move out of his position, and I don't see Jazz being cool with that. And it's not a perfect fit though, and obviously it's never going to be perfect. But I'm pulling up Luis Arias right now. Yeah. Okay, 124 WRC plus. My goodness, man. My allergies are kicking in. 2.5 boy. He's having a hell of a year right now. That was a great pickup by the Giants. The Giants are obviously a lost cause at this point. Yeah, man, 324 average. Look, it looks great, man. But you bring him here. Like, I'm not opposed to it. But I don't think that, man, I don't know. I could see issues with that, man. But it don't matter though. In my personal opinion, man, it's like, okay, well, Jazz, well, you don't like it, then you could go too. That's what I would tell him. But I don't think the Yankees got the fucking nuts to say that to him. Saying Spencer Jones is untouchable is an absolute joke. I didn't say he was untouchable. See, this is why I said that I'm rewinding. I said that 90% of the fan base just 2 years ago or 3 years ago were claiming that this guy was untouchable. Like, come on, dudes, you got to keep it real. If you've been like, I've been on here in front of you guys for years now. I've had videos. We could go back into the archive. I had videos where I was proposing to trade this guy, to trade Spencer Jones. A lot of prospects at the time, those has trade proposals with Volpe, even Peraza, where people told me I was fucking stupid. Are you crazy? Spencer Jones is the lefty Aaron Judge. I've seen in the comments like so many times, or Volpe and Peraza, that is the future middle of the Yankees, and I'm like, okay. So I say that to say this, right? I never said that he was untouchable, right? I said that right now where we at where the Yankees are at right now, they got to let him play, man, because he can be a huge impact. If he could bring even some of that power that we lose when Judge is not in the lineup or Stan's not in the lineup, then I'm all for it. Obviously, he went 3 for 3 yesterday, 3 ground balls, right? Since he's been up in the big leagues, he obviously has no home runs. He hasn't shown us the power, but we know that the power is there. And don't get me wrong, we don't need the strikeouts. We don't need more strikeouts, right? We don't need more strikeouts, but man, we do need some more power when we lost Judge. And I'm thinking that he could give us that. And then when Dominguez comes back, figure that out somehow. But I'm not look, and it's crazy because I was never high on Spencer Jones, but right now I feel like he can be, if he can live up to it though. But that's the thing though, we don't know if he can. This is his shot right here. This is his chance to prove that he belongs here. He's a big leaguer. I say give him the chance. Give him the chance. You know, give him the freaking chance. You just never know. We might catch lightning in a bottle. Hopefully, right? And maybe that's wishful thinking. Maybe it's wishful thinking, but right now, dude, this lineup needs something, dude. It needs something, right? Because I'll pull up yesterday's lineup. It wasn't pretty, you know? It wasn't pretty when you got Volpe, McMahon, Wells, Grisham, all back to back to back to back, all 200 hitters and not a lot of pop in there, you know? Catches the issue, so go get the Detroit Dingler. Yeah, I keep hearing that, man. The thing is, they might want to allow for him. It depends what you want to give up. What you want to give up. I'm gonna pull this guy up for you guys. Give me a second. Let me hide Luis Arias. What am I doing here? Oh, here we are. Dingler, that's the name. I keep hearing his name a lot. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not too familiar with the dude, but shoot, where is he? Bro. Oh, here he is. Dylan Dingler. What a name, right? First of all, what a name. That's a hell of a name. Dylan Dingler, 2.5 WAR, 14 home runs. Oh, he's having a hell of a season. 128 WRC plus. Yeah. I want to see something. Let me see what he did last year. Okay, last year he had all right. So he's okay. He's the real deal. He's consecutive years, good years, and he's gonna cost. Obviously, his rookie year, we're not gonna count that, man. So he's gonna cost us. I mean, what are you willing to give up for him? That's the thing. That is the thing. I tell you right now, I don't think that the Detroit Tigers are expecting to retain. They're not expecting to retain Tarek Skubal. So maybe, I don't know, give him an ERC and you put together a package with Elmer Rodriguez. Maybe I'd give him Wells. They tell you, you can have another catch or two. Yeah, I mean, that's not going to do enough. We could go to the trade app and see what the points stack up to, whatever. But I'm assuming that they will want pitching because that's what they need. So, yeah. All right. He's fielding. Yeah, man. He's a good fielder. Yeah, man. I'm telling you right now, based on everything I see here and the season he's having right now, he's going to cost you. He is going to cost you. So, I don't know. Hopefully, Ali Sánchez, man. You never know. Maybe he can freaking do something. You just don't know. Custodio loved the idea of pre-games, by the way. Appreciate it, man. I have more shit that I've been working on behind the scenes, but I've been slacking. Jose Caballero needs to be shortstop. Send Volpe packing. I don't care if we got scrap metal. Guy is costing us games. I don't care if we get scrap metal. Yeah, man. And yeah, he couldn't turn a double play yesterday. I don't know, man. I'm tired of saying it though. It's to the point where it's like, dude, you know, that's it. He's back and they're gonna keep running him out there. They're gonna keep running him out there, man. Unfortunately. That's what it seems like. Dingler just resigned with Detroit. Doubt they part with him. Oh, did he? Let's bring that up. Hold on. Did he really? I'll tell you right now if he did. Did he just let me look it up because this could be outdated. According, let me look up Spot Track. Dylan Dingler. Let me pull that up. I don't know, man. I can't find anything that says that he's got extended. Yeah. According according to I don't know, I can't find if you could find something, send it to me here. He's in his arbitration. Yeah, he's still in pre-arb. So the fact that he has that much control, oh my God, like that's he's gonna cost a lot, guys. If you really want this dude, but I tell you what, from what I see, man, his stats look good. I would say he probably was doing better last year too. 2025. He had a 4 WAR in 2025. Hmm. Yeah. I don't know, man. It's gonna cost a lot. It's gonna cost a lot to get a guy like this. Let me hide all this. Yeah. Yankees sold false gold. Oh my God. Oh, extended now. Yeah, he. I can't see. I'm looking it up right now. I don't find anything saying that he was extended. So if you see anything, say it. Did you graduate high school? Actually, I have a bachelor's degree. Hold on, I'll show you. I have a bachelor's degree and I have an associate's degree, but I didn't graduate high school. You're right, though. I dropped out of high school in the 9th grade. Um, I dropped out of high school in the 9th because I was an idiot back then. I was in the streets doing stupid stuff. Then I ended up getting my GED, joined the army, served in the army for a decade, got out the army, went to school, obviously, got my degree and all that stuff. So, yeah. So you're right, I guess. You're right. I didn't graduate high school. So you're good. A lot of people are giving Jason a hard time today. It's all good, brother. My dude, I don't care. I like it though. As long as you hit the like button on your way out, at least. At least. Yeah, they're coming out. It's all good though. I don't care, bro. I know, man, I'm 42 years old. I'm comfortable with myself, brother. Man, I've been through a lot in life, man. A lot, guys. You have no idea. And I've been through through hell and back. Literally through hell and back. So um here's some Advil for Wells headaches. You know what I was saying? Yankees for the win, and I appreciate the dono, man. Thank you. I was saying that, man, he probably got hung over yesterday. After they sent down Escarra, he was probably like, damn, dude, I'm next. It's all going downhill. I'm batting 165. He probably went and got he probably went to the gas station on his way home and got a few buzz balls and just got chromatosed and came in freaking hungover and all that stuff. I don't know. But I will say this though, man. I mean, he could look like being serious now, man. He has taken some shots off the face mask, man. Like I hope he's not concussed or anything like that. Like that shit is serious, man. Trust me, I know I've had concussions. Like that shit, you never really recover. Like you're never the same ever. You know, when your brain rattles, when you feel your brain rattle inside of you, that should have changed you, brother. I'm telling you. um. Oh, appreciate Julia Temperstein. Where my mods at, bro? I ain't got no mods in here. Now don't kick him out though. It's all good. Julia Temperstein, no profile picture. No, leave it up. Don't Jacob. It's all right, dude. It's okay. She's doing the algorithm a favor. Y'all don't realize though that like every comment and stuff is beneficial. It is beneficial. He said he looks like a Twisted Tea and Jerky guy. Damn, man. Poor Wells, man. I feel bad for the dude, man, but dude, he's been trash, dude. Like he's been bad, real bad. Like, nah, he's. I'm done with him. I'm not gonna lie. It might sound fucked up, but I was actually when I saw the 10 day, I was like, oh, that means 10 days. We don't have to. He won't be in the lineup for 10 days. You know, it's crazy that sounds, but Yassine, my brother, says it's crazy. Jalen Brunson will win a championship before Judge. I'm ready for the Knicks championship. I am too, man. It's funny that the other guy, Julia Temperstein, is talking about being an idiot. Like, just, I'm not even going to get into it, but yeah. When we have time, someone out deletes stuff without us doing it. Well, Jason, when we time someone out, it deletes comments and stuff without us doing it. Now, don't time them out, man. The only time you time somebody out is if they being offensive, like saying crazy, racist, stupid shit like that or anything like that. Yeah, get them out of here. Or if they spamming, like putting like links and stuff, crazy stuff, get them out of here. But or bots and stuff. But if they talking shit to me, I'm okay, dude. That's all right. Like I promise you, I'm gonna go to sleep in a little while here, and I would not be thinking about them at all, literally. Like it has no effect on my life. As long as you hit the like, come back anytime. Uh, yeah. You should collaborate with Uncle Tats from Pinstripe Chronicles. That channel is going nowhere. Damn, you guys are freaking terrible, man. Nah, man. Uncle Tats is my boy, man. That's my guy. I watch them almost, every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 9 a.m. Eastern time. So, yeah, damn. What the hell? You know what's funny though? It's okay because I know it's that nobody else is streaming right now. So all the bigger guys that get all these trolls. And see, here's the thing, right? I actually comment and interact with you guys. Most other channels, they won't even pay you no fucking mind unless you super chat. Unless you super chat, you ain't getting no screen real estate, you know? I'm not like that. I don't care, you know, because at the end of the day, I appreciate it, the donos and everything. Don't get me wrong, I appreciate it. And it helps, but you know, it's like I know I ain't getting rich off this shit, you know. I do this off of my own spare time. Go Spurs, go. Go Spurs, go. No, do not go Spurs. I'm telling you, man, they got an uphill battle against them. Hey, Bam Bam, it's all right, man. Don't delete this shit, bro. Let me see. Victor, I have a channel as well. I welcome Troll's algorithm. Oh, yeah, you have a Yankees channel, sports channel. What's your channel? Put the link in. You know what? I could see it from here. Or put the link if you want, man. I don't care. Same thing with Stephen B has a channel too. I'm not one of those people, man. I don't care. I'll shout out your channel. Let me look at your channel real quick, and then we keep talking about the Yankees. Oh yeah, cool. I'm gonna subscribe. I just subscribed to you, so Thank you. Much respect, Jason. You're better than Yankees Unloaded. Don't say that, bro. They are pretty uppity. Yeah, I'm gonna get uppity too, man. I'm gonna start getting uppity. I'm playing. Another worthless Spanish bum living in the ghetto. I don't live in the ghetto though. Actually, I own 2 houses. So thank you very much. Thank you. You know, when CT Cards and I go live, we interact with the chat and allow people to come on. Yeah, man. I hope CT Cards is doing well too. But yeah, man, freaking look, it's no lie, man. Like you can't hide it, man. The Yankees right now is I understand why a lot of the fan base is feeling like grim right now, and but it's not all doom and gloom. You know, I don't think so. Not yet, man. It ain't. We ain't there yet. We're not there yet. Shit could get a lot worse, and unfortunately, we're heading that direction. But I'm hoping that we kind of fix ourselves and we right the ship, man. I hope, because if not, man, whew, it could get ugly fast. I was talking to Ace earlier over text, and I texted him that I was like, man, this shit could get ugly real fast, man. And we seen it like last year when we lost that big lead in the division to the Blue Jays. Last year's June swoon it got ugly, man. It got real ugly quick. You know, when you lose a 10 game lead in a division and you lose it in the span of like 3 weeks, that's pretty bad, man. So I hope we can hope that ain't gonna happen this time. Anyway. Yeah, that was whacked. Okay. Oh, thank you for your yeah, appreciate it, man. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah, I was in the army for I did 10 almost 10 years. Like yeah, I'll say 10 years if you round that out. And it was good times, man. Some good times and some of the worst times too. I ain't gonna lie. Like, man, that's why when I tell people like I've been through some shit, man. Like you're not gonna phase me, you know. You're really not. Honestly, I hope ICE comes and sends this guy. All right, now, all right. I'm actually you not. I was born here, dude. So that's not how it works. So yeah. No concussion for Wells. They already announced it. That's good. So he just got a headache, man. I would have told him here, pop 2 Tylenols, suck it up, dust that sand off your taco, and get the fuck out there, man. Stop playing. Nah, I think this is more, man. Like, I don't want to say Phantom IL, even though we all know the Phantom IL exists, but I think the Yankees are probably like, look, just take 2 weeks off, man, because you feel he needs it, bro. We all like everybody can agree he needs some time off. He needs some time off. Yeah. The man says you talking about Locked On Yankees. No, who am I talking about? No, I didn't say nothing about them. I don't have no drama or beef or anybody. Like I don't care about that, man. I'm fans of all these people. That's what I watch most of the time when I'm driving and stuff or doing something, or at work. Like I got no issues, you know. Yeah. JCT Cars is doing good. Next time I get in touch, I'll let him know to reach out to you. Mhm. But yeah, I mean, what have we been on? I'm gonna stay on. Fuck it. Why not? There's nothing better to do right now. Do you think the Yankees and the offense will survive without Judge? I think we can. I think we can. Oh, look, all we have to do, Yassine, is play 500 ball right now. That's all we have to do. Tread water until he gets back, and even then, even with Judge, even before Judge's injury, I didn't think this team was good enough to win the World Series. I mean, obviously it can happen, but I didn't think it wasn't like if I had to put a percentage. I'm talking about this is pre-Judge injury. If I had to put a percentage, I said the Yankees had like a 30% chance, 35. It wasn't my favorite roster, you know. Without Judge, it's just, phew, it's gonna be. It's not impossible, but without Judge, it's damn near impossible to win. But I do think they can make it to the playoffs without Judge. And even if Judge does come back, which I do think he will, like I said, we just got to play 500 baseball until that happens, you know? Until that happens, if we play 500 baseball, meaning we don't lose more than we win, if we do that from now until the end of the season, we'll be a 91 win team, right? And a 91 win team is going to get you at least a wild card spot. So, you know, I know we setting the bar kind of low with that, but right now, Judge, the best player on the planet, is hurt. So, I think if the Yankees could end this season with 91 wins without Aaron Judge, obviously that's not the goal, but that's I don't want to say accomplishment, but man, that's saying something, bro. You know, will that happen? It's gonna be crazy. Gonna be tough. Think it's going pitchers duel and offense scrap runs. Yeah. Roger says, seriously, I'm thinking Wells was a bit feeling guilty. Escarra gets sent down and maybe did this to get him back up for now. You know what, Roger, man? That it makes sense, man. The crazy thing is, like, Escarra, and I said this, Escarra didn't even make it. He didn't even make it past the Newark airport on the New Jersey Turnpike. Like, he literally, that's how fast he got called back. So, yeah, I mean, you could be right. I don't think so. I think this was a Phantom IL thing where they were like, look, or maybe he did have a headache. Maybe he was like, yo, I got a little headache. And they're like, you know what? Yeah, well, you're going on the 10-day IL. He's like, what? Bro, I just have a headache. I just need a Tylenol. And they're like, well, yeah, 10-day IL. Yeah, Bam said, nah, Bam, leave them people alone. You gotta let the trolls do what they do, man. That's what they do. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of J.C. Escarra either, to be honest. I'm really not. I never have been. I didn't think I don't think he's as good as some people think defensively and in the batter's box. I don't think he's that good, man, unfortunately. You think the June and July swoon is inevitable, or do you think the Yankees will avoid it? Oh nah, brother. We in the June swoon right now. Right? Yeah. I'm one of those people y'all seen, brother, that I never subscribed to that. I thought that was nonsense. I just thought like, hey man, you know, it's like the dog days of summer, whatever. I never thought like the June swoon was a real thing. But now I'm starting to feel like, yo, this shit is legit, man. Because as soon as June 1st hit, we get news Aaron Judge is out for who knows when, right? We only won one game so far in June. We've only won one game, and that game was it was a nail biter. We barely won 2-1. That's it. So July schedule is also insane. Going to be ugly. You know what? That's good. Let's look at July's schedule. Pull it up here. Had the chat. All right. Where am I? Oh, that's June. July, Detroit, Twins, well, Tampa Bay. I mean, it's not too crazy. I don't think it's that crazy, man. I don't. Like, we should be able to play 500 ball, man. Oh, I'm in the wrong month. Until August, right? Oh, it keeps going. What the hell? All right. That's enough of that. Let's take that off. I have no back. Let me see something. Fix that real quick. I have my Stream Deck set up wrong. Oh, yeah. All right, there we go. All right. July schedule is also insane. It's not that bad, man. Do you think Spencer Jones should be playing every day and Caballero at short? Volpe needs to be sent to Triple-A. I'm tired of us not playing the best 9 on the roster. Who needs to say to the GM, Volpe's costing us games? I don't think. I think. Maybe it's not even Boone. I mean, maybe it's not even Cash. I think. Look, I think Boone is playing him. You know, I used to think. I used to think that too. Well, Cashman is giving him the lineup. I don't think that anymore. I really think that it's Boone that's playing these guys like that. You know, that's his decision. So yeah, I could be wrong. It doesn't matter, man. The whole point of the matter is that Volpe, he's not cutting it. Caballero's better than him at shortstop on offense and defense. Spencer Jones, I agree, he should be playing every day, but I understand that they don't like certain matchups for him versus a lefty. I get it. I don't know what his splits are down in the minors. But shit, man, you got to let him face some lefties at some point, right? This is baseball. Like, I'm sure he's faced left-handed pitching, you know? They were doing the same thing with Ben Rice. It was a time like for so long they would even play Ben Rice versus lefties, and it was like, dude, stop it, man. He is freaking Ben Rice, man. Like, and they do the same thing with Jason Dominguez, right? That's the reason. There's a reason why he's not. You know, you got to get better by getting more reps. So, you know, Jason Dominguez from the right side, he struggles, but guess what? They don't give him bats. Like, how is he ever gonna get better at that if you don't give him a chance to, you know? So, I mean, I get it though. I want to know what they're gonna do when Dominguez comes because the Dominguez he's like a week away or something like that. What are they gonna do with that? You know what would be messed up to me? It would be messed up if they keep Dominguez down in the minors. You know, I think that they should bring Dominguez up and send freaking Volpe down. You know, I wouldn't even be mad at that. Keep Dominguez and Spencer Jones up here, even though I don't think they'll do that because you know, they look at a Caballero, right, as like an extra outfielder, like a utility guy, instead of just putting him at shortstop like they said they were. I mean, it's crazy. Did you think the Yankees could win it at any time this year? I mean, they could win it right now, and it's not impossible. I just never thought at any time this year. I never thought that they were like the favorites to win. If that makes sense, you know. There was not at one point, not 1 second since this season started that I think the Yankees were the favorites to win the World Series. No. Even when people were buying into a lot of hype and stuff, it's too early for that. You know, and I already know that you know, the shit's gonna play out a certain way, and certain teams may not be playing like they're supposed to right now, like the Dodgers and that. And that happens every year, you know, but they know when to turn it on later. Yeah, so you know, going into the season, my power rankings. I had the Yankees fourth, so I had the Dodgers, the Mariners, and then it was like a toss up between the Blue Jays and Yankees for me. And you know, I was obviously the Blue Jays are not playing well right now, but why do I have this up? Take this out. Boone needs to change pitching lineup. Huh. Change the pitching lineup or the pitch. Escarra hit better against lefties than Wells. Yeah, they kept throwing Wells out there. I don't know. The fact that they had 2 lefty catchers was crazy to me to begin with. You know, Contrary, I wouldn't mind them on the bench. Yeah, me too, man. You know, a lot of people feel like see, a lot of people don't think. A lot of people think, well, send them down there so they could play every game, right? So they could play every day, and that's true for certain guys. You know, like a guy like Volpe. I would say that for him, he's never conquered Triple-A at all. I would say, yeah, instead of like, let's say if they really said like Volpe, you're gonna be on the bench. You know, Caballero's the shortstop for real this time. I'll be like, at that point, you might as well send Volpe to Triple-A so he could play every day and get better. But with Dominguez and Jones, man, these guys have already dominated Triple-A. Like, it's like, what's the point, man? Let them come up here and let them figure it out here. You know, they need big league at bats. That's what they need. They need MLB at bats. That's how they're gonna get better. And not only that, too, let's bring their value up, right? That's why I think like a guy like Ali Sánchez, obviously we need something from the catcher position. So they bring this guy up and they're gonna give him a shot. But let's say he comes up here and he's decent, you know, his value all of a sudden goes way up, you know. His value is gonna go way up. So that's why sometimes they're hesitant to bring somebody up because you don't want to bring a prospect up here and he sucks, and then his value kind of diminishes because like, okay, he couldn't do it up here at the big league level. But on the flip side of that, if you bring you call somebody up and they actually have success up here, you know, then all of a sudden their value's through the roof because now they're proven they can do it at this level. You understand? So let's say, um, you know, this guy Ali Sanchez, for example. I'm just using him because he's the first person I think of. Let's say he comes up and he has some kind of success, like a little bit. I'm not saying he got a bat 300, do crazy, but he's, you know, he's doing he's league average for catchers or whatever. You know, especially catchers, man. We always, man, teams are always looking for catchers. Then all of a sudden, man, his trade value goes up because it's like, yo, we need a proven major leaguer, right? Sometimes people like some teams, they're like, okay, yeah, cool. We like the prospect idea and all that. We need prospect, but no, we need somebody who can have an impact on the big league team right now, you know, right now. So that's why like them guys like in high A or double A, it's like them guys got some a ways to go, you know. So some teams might not be looking for some teams might be looking for guys who they can put in the lineup right now in the big league club. Yeah, and you know what, man? I don't know. I hope not. I hope not, man. I feel for Dominguez. And I wasn't a big fan of his defense last year, especially his defense. I was like, bro, it got to the point last year with Jason Dominguez. I was like, yo, he's almost unplayable out there. But it, for me, it seems like he got better, man. From what I've seen this year, before he got hurt and everything, he looked like he's gotten better. And his bat has definitely gotten better, and his defense looked like he improved. I'm like, yo, like, give him a chance, man. Yep. When do you expect Stan to come back? I expect him to come back in a what's the day? June 6th. By the end of this month, he'll be back on the team. I think by the end of this month he'll be back. Especially, and you're saying, especially if things keep getting sour for the New York Yankees, and if we keep losing games because we can't produce runs, yeah, he's gonna be back sooner than you think. I think the thing with Stanton, man, is they were just kind of load managing him. Like, you know what, man, it's not no real rush. No, we're in no rush to bring you back. You know, just kind of chill for a little bit. But yeah, he'll be back. I think either I would say for sure before July 4th, he'll be back. Yassine put out the Yassine says 2 to 3 weeks. He should be back. Sorry. No one in the American League can beat the Dodgers or the Braves. Bro, the Braves are freaking killing it right now. But can the Braves beat the Dodgers? That's the real question. I think right now they can, but I think if the Dodgers get healthy at the end of the year, then I think the Dodgers got it, man. Roki Sasaki, by the way, pitched the best game of his freaking MLB career. Was it yesterday or the day before yesterday? Yeah, he went like 7 innings, 10 strikeouts. He's changed his that split finger fastball that he had, that slow splitter. Yeah, he's not throwing that no more. He's throwing a freaking 90-mile-per-hour split finger fastball, and it looks nasty. So he's looking better. Um, you know, I think Blake Snell should be back towards the end of the season. So the Dodgers are going to get better. Uh, in a 7-game series, Dodgers 41-23. They're up 9-1, so 42 and yeah. Yeah, the Dodgers are the team to beat, man. They still the team to beat. And people are like, well, they're not playing. Yeah, but it's early. The Dodgers know what they do. They did it last year too. They kind of let their pitchers chill and certain players kind of relax and they load manage because they can do that because they got so much talent on that roster. They could do that. And the Dodgers farm system is better than ours too, if we're being honest, man. Yeah, we need a third base and a catcher. You're right, man. WWE says, why didn't we do anything to help our team in the offseason? Man, that's the $1 million question, bro. That man, you know, I already knew they were gonna run it back, and I know like the run it back, man. I swear, I feel like I said it before. That I was saying the Yankees were gonna run it back the day they had that press conference after the season was over, after we lost to the Blue Jays. They had that press conference talking about this team is really good and this team, and I was like, oh, come on, bro, they're running it back, and yeah, I feel like they should have done more. They did do some stuff, so this team is good, right? Like that's the thing, right? Let's not act like this team isn't good, because this team is obviously good. You're not 11 games over 500 if you're not good. Is it good enough? That's the whole question. Is this team good enough? And that's where I feel like, it's hard to say because I feel like if I had to put it, like, I mean, look, put it bluntly, no, it's not good enough. They're not good enough. Can it happen? Yes, obviously. You never know, right? It can happen, but they're not good enough. They're not good enough to beat a healthy Dodgers, a healthy Yankees versus a healthy Dodgers in a 7-game series. Who you putting your money on? It's one of those things. Or even, yeah. So, we just, as a fan, all you could hope is that some guys get hot, right? Guys get healthy, and the front office makes some moves. If those three things happen, then yeah, man, it could then I change my perspective on this team. There you go. One of those two are going to be in the World Series winner. Well, who you got for the American League then? Because obviously the two teams you just named are National League teams, so only one of them can make it to the World Series. Who you have for the American League to make it to the World Series? Who's your favorite in the American League to make it to the World Series? There were reports that were reports that we're looking into Isaac Paredes. Yeah, I had him here. Actually, Jeff Passan had said that he would be a great fit for the Yankees. I mean, I could see it, man, but I wouldn't be opposed to it. It's better than what we got right now in the corners, right? So, yeah, man. Let me see if I can pull up Isaac Paredes right now. Where's the Astros at? There we go. Isaac Paredes. Here we go. All right. Yeah. I mean, he's not my favorite. Like, he's not the dream guy. He's not he's not on the top of my whiteboard, right? Of targets, but that's an upgrade. As you can't lie that he is an upgrade though. Over McMahon. Let me see his defense. The defense though is where it's like, yeah. I know Jones stats at Triple-A, but he K's way too much. Dominguez is more of a contact hitter. Yeah, man. But let's see what he does right now. I mean, he didn't K. And look, here's the thing, right? And I pulled up yesterday, Jason. I pulled up Murakami's numbers, right? Murakami strikes out at an enormous rate, but my man's slugging is insane. So I don't know. You got to pick your poison. You got to pick your poison sometimes. Um, yeah, but we don't need now. If he's striking out at a crazy rate and not slugging, that's terrible. Like we can't have that. But what if he comes up and he's striking out at 33% clip, right? Let's say Spencer Jones strikes out. He comes up here for the next month and he's striking out at a 33% clip, but he hits you 15 home runs over the next 30 days. Do you take that? You know, I think I'm taking that, dude. I'm taking that all day. Sign me up. I'm sorry. Sign me up. Obviously, we want the K rate to go down, but if he can make up for it with his power and give us production there, then yeah. Volpe K's more than Jones. As dude said, I bet you 3/4 of the chat can hit better than Wells. I tell you what, look, I will put my whole check that 90% of this chat, 99% of this chat can't hit better than Austin Wells. Like, I understand what you're saying. Like, you're just being, you're joking, you're just trolling, but he's a Major League Baseball player, man. Like, come on, you don't make it there for no reason. He can't hit in the major leagues, but he is way better than any of us. I don't think you guys realize how good these people are. Even the worst MLB players are really, really, really good, man. Like, they just happen to play against the best in the world, They're not good enough. Yeah. Just make the Yankees play defense and that will feel you. What am I doing here? I'm trying to find something. Okay. All right. Man, you guys can I appreciate it too, man. Make sure you hit the like button too if you haven't, and subscribe. And if you're a streamer and everything like that, make sure you title this. Make sure you go if you're into if you want a ticker like mine's or um the graphics and everything and all that. Make sure you check out streamslayers.com. What am I doing? I just closed it. Yeah, you know, for OBS, EVMux, anything that takes a web browser source, uh, it'll work for it. So check that out. Streamslayers.com for overlays, tickers, score bugs, live stats, and everything. You see how I'm pulling up live stats here? That's gonna be included very soon. And also, if you want to pull up stats on your own in the chat, all you have to do is hit exclamation point and the player's name, and it'll pull up their stats right now in the chat. So you can pull up stats, you can control what you see on the screen right now. So yeah, exclamation point, player's name, pull up their stats. Where was we? Where were we? Oh, here we go. Yeah. Yeah, he's banned 167. In WWE, I think it's your first time. So yeah, you go in the chat, exclamation point Austin Wells, like that, and it'll pull up. We can easily pick up a better catcher than Wells. Uh we could have and should have done that this past offseason. Yeah, man. I think they were hoping that Wells was going to take a step up. That was one of the guys that in the offseason, even Judge said it. Judge, Boone said it. Like, they looking forward to some of these guys really taking that next step. Unfortunately, instead of taking the next step, they took a step back, and that's the problem. That is the problem. Um, because of what do you think about Christian Vasquez for Yankees catcher? Um, I don't know. I got to look him up. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not that familiar. Pull him up. What the hell? did I do? I spelled it wrong. I don't know, man. Right now, man, any upgrade right now. But I don't think none of that is going to happen right now, guys. They brung up Ali Sánchez for a reason, and he's going to get his shot. You know, he's not, they didn't just bring him up if they weren't going to give him a chance, you know, like extended time, at least, unless he absolutely stinks. If he absolutely stinks, then that's different. But don't expect a new catcher or trade for a catcher anytime soon, man. They're gonna give the guy a chance, and if he works out, then he's gonna be the guy, you know. And if he doesn't, then you know we can start looking around. Victor says I just subscribed. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Where am I? I kind of lost my train of thought. Helium Man's heart, man. Man, you have a hatred. I think most Yankee fans have a hatred towards Cashman, man, and Boone. Even the ones that were like defending these guys for years are at the point where it's like something got to give, man. Like it's time for these guys to go. Yankees for the win says Wells was supposed to be a lot better this year. Yeah, he started to come around last year, and that's why we can't just get a whole new team. Even though I want one, you're right, man. We can't get a whole new team, but me personally, I don't feel like they did enough this offseason. I don't feel like they did enough. You know, and you could say they ran it back. Obviously they didn't 100% run it back. Nobody, most of the time, nobody does. Like, essentially they did, but I think that there's some holes, man, that they should have fixed. And then even last year, look, and I will admit that I wasn't mad that they got Ryan McMahon last year because I was so frustrated with the performance I was getting from Yorbit Vivas, who's I think I should look him, but he's like playing a lot with Washington Nationals. I was frustrated with the performance from Yorbit Vivas and Oswald Peraza. I was done with those two. I was like, we need a third baseman. I don't care who we get. Get me a third baseman who's better than these guys. And that Ryan McMahon trade, man, I really like looking back now. Cashman's trade deadline last year, Cashman's trades, all his trades last year, aside from Caballero, did not work out. They all hurt, like, I want to say hurting us bad, but none of them really panned out, you know? None of them really panned out. And that's the thing about a trade deadline. I'm guilty of it because last year I was giving him so much praise, but you never really know how a trade deadline, like what you do in a trade deadline, the trades you make, how it's gonna pan out until you got to let time go by, you know. And unfortunately, it didn't pan out because Duvall looks lost out there. Bednar is not a closer at all. Jake Bird, he throws nothing but cement mixers. Every time he's up every time they put Jake Bird in, I'm like, okay, this ain't good. You know, I have zero confidence in him. Yeah, they got to start doing something with the bullpen too, because Tim Hill, he's lost his Matt Blake fairy dust. Whatever Matt Blake sprinkles on these dudes that makes them good for an extended period of time, but now it's wearing off, and he's becoming very hittable. Same thing with Luke Weaver. They sprinkled some of that fairy dust on him. He was lights out, and then it wore off. And yeah. So the bullpen got to get fixed soon. I said bring back Giovanni Cruz and call up freaking LeGrand. Hey, let's see what he can do. And that's a start. That is a start in fixing the bullpen, in my opinion. Yeah, Vivas and Peraza were batting well with their teams. They're batting well with the teams. And it's because the Nationals and Angels aren't focused on launch angle. I don't think that's why. I think we buy into that. Therefore, I think that they're batting well over there because there's a lot less pressure and because they actually play every day. You know, who thought of that, right? If you play every day, you do better. It's not good to play once every fifth day, not baseball anyway. I think that's why they're doing better over there. They actually get to play every day. I don't think it's the launch angle stuff and everything. I mean, maybe that's a thing. Maybe they get to the big leagues and they're like, we want you to have a 35% launch angle and your attack angle has to be. And I know that is because people do say attack angle and all this other bullshit. And all of that stuff makes sense because it does, but I don't think that's the reason why these guys were bad. I think they were just bad because they were bad. You know, they didn't develop yet. They weren't developed yet. And they needed to play every day in the big leagues, like Jason Dominguez. He needs to play every day. I bet you, if you put Jason Dominguez on the Washington Nationals, he is going to be an all-star. I think if he can actually play every day versus lefties and righties, and get 4 at bats a night, I think he'll be a lot better. Maybe not an all-star, but he would be a lot better. Yeah, I don't know. But they're doing good. York Vivas I mean, I'm gonna look him up, man, because now I'm curious. Now I am curious to see how he's doing. I know he plays a lot because every time I watch a Nationals game, he's getting at bats. Well, here we go. Yorbit Vivas. A .3 WAR. I mean, I wouldn't say he's not tearing the cover off the ball. He's not doing great, but at least he's playing. He got 117 at bats, so at least he's in the big leagues, right? Now, Peraza is the one that the last time I checked, he was batting like 270 or something like that. So let me find him. Where are you? Oh, here we go. All right, yeah. So Peraza's batting 278. Wow. 7 home runs. Yeah, he's a 119 WRC plus. 1.3. Yeah, it's crazy. Look at that. It turned out it's crazy because remember Volpe, when Volpe won the job, and he did because he played really well that one spring training. It turns out the better player was right there the whole time. And it's Oswald Peraza. That's crazy, man. That is absolutely insane. Wow. Damn. I didn't know he was doing that good. I knew he was playing well. I didn't know he was playing that well. That right there makes Cashman and Boone and the Yankees scouting department. That makes the way they forecast these players and however they project these guys, that makes them look very bad right there. Very bad. I'm going to put him up. Look. All right. And then we'll go get. Well, here we go. Look at this, guys. Yeah, man. They missed that one. They dropped the ball on that for sure. They dropped the ball on that one. Dang. I mean, Volpe only got 54 at bats though, so yeah. Yorbe Vivas passed the eye test for me. Yankees made a mistake giving him up. Yeah, but they had to, man. He ran out of options though. That was the thing, that they had to move him. That's it. Or there was the Rule 5 draft. They had no choice. He says, dude, I think you are really wish. I mean, WWE, are you talking to me? Are you okay, man? Have I, in the chat, man, you guys in the chat, did I ever say that these guys were good or anything? I've literally sat here for like 2 hours right now or 3 hours straight and have bashed these guys like just nonstop, just repeatedly talk so much shit about all 3 of these players. I don't know. You must not be talking to me, man. Let me hide these guys. Put that away. Stephen B says Peraza was his guy. I told you he'd be good. Yeah, the thing though with Peraza is that he wasn't good though with us, man. He was very, very bad. But the potential, I always seen potential in him, but it was to the point, man, where I was like, bro, we need something, man. This third base shit has got to get figured out. But you're right, man. I was wrong on that. I really wish he was here right now. I really do. I wish we was getting that from our third baseman. Uh, Katie, well, he's like, Katie says, I never told you that I used to watch a PBS game show called Where in the World's Carmen San Diego. Yeah, you got to be old school for that. The host of Where in Time is Carmen San Diego is actually in the movie. Uh, Where in Time is kind of, it used to be Where in the World is Carmen San Diego. Oh, you guys are talking about movies. Any way for Jones and Dominguez to get 400 at bats? Unfortunately, it it'll have to, somebody got to get hurt. You know, we already got one person hurt, Judge. It would have to be another person in the outfield. Trent Grisham will have to. That's where you find you got to find those at bats there from Trent Grisham. So no, tomorrow's not a doubleheader. So they rescheduled today's game to August 29th. August 29th, they rescheduled it. Put this up here. Yeah, and if you're just tuning in and you're wondering what's going on, what we're talking about, obviously Yankees game got rained out today. Prior to tonight's game, the Yankees made the following roster moves. Austin Wells is on the 10-day IL list with cervical headaches. And J.C. Escarra was recalled from Triple-A. And because he's replacing a player that's on the injured list, you don't lose an option on him. So I guess that's a good thing for the Yankees front office if you're a big fan of Escarra. Put that away. Yeah. Yeah, no doubleheader. Real Cheeks. I like your name, man. Real Cheeks says, yo, you think the Knicks are winning at home? Hell yeah, bro. We winning. We winning at home. And just for that, we're gonna change this to the Knicks just to show some love. Yeah, we winning it at home. Hopefully, because how they do it, right? So the next two will be in Madison Square Garden, and then Game 5 goes back to wait. Yeah, so the next two will be here. Game 5, San Antonio's. Game 6 back here. Yeah, either we win it here or we win it in Game 6. But I'm hoping they win it at the Garden. That'd be nice. After waiting, it's been 50 years now, 47 years, whatever, for the Knicks to win a championship. After waiting that long, it'd be nice if they can actually win it here at the Garden. Or not here, there at the Garden, for me, unless you're in New York. Yeah, I think they would. I'm going for the sweep, for real. For the sweep. Might as well. We've been sweeping everybody else. Sweep their asses, man. Stan will absolutely step up and help this team win when he gets back. I hope so. Usually though, Stan takes a while to get his timing back, So I would give him a couple weeks. But the thing is, we still got to make it to that point. Stan is not expected to be back for another maybe 3 weeks, So a lot can happen in 3 weeks. So you gotta get there first. Gotta get there first. What's my take for trading for Tarek Skubal? My take for trading, obviously, a guy like prime Turk Scuba, like the pitcher before he got hurt that we know he can be. He's a needle mover. You put him in this rotation, and immediately, even with this lineup the way it is right now, immediately we're, obviously at that point you're the best rotation in baseball, and immediately you're a World Series favorite or a real legit World Series contender. Especially if Aaron Judge comes back, if you bring Aaron Judge and Turk Scuba back on this roster as is, to me, you're a favorite to win the World Series. But the thing with Turk Scuba is that he's going to cost a shit ton. He's going to be a rental, and he's hurt, and he's undergoing a surgery. Right. Here's the thing: Turk Scuba has, from what I understand, he has the same stuff that Carlos Rodon had, loose bodies in his elbow, right? The same thing. And normally that takes so many months to get the surgery and everything. But in this case, he is getting some new procedure. He's getting something new. This is breakthrough technology and new shit, right? Getting done to his elbow that he's going to be back even sooner than that. We don't know if he's going to be good when he gets back, right? Usually when somebody has that injury, they have set amount of time to make it back, whatever it is, 4, 5, 6 months, whatever it is, to get better. He's trying to do that shit in like 2 months or whatever it is and be back by the end of the season. I feel like he's pushing it because he's going to be a free agent next year and he's trying to get paid. It's risky, and I don't think the Yankees are going to. It's risky, man. But the thing is, though, it's risky, but it could be a huge payoff, right? Because if you get the two-time Cy Young Turk Scuba, then shit, like, you're good. You're golden. But if you get some guy who's coming off an injury who should actually not be pitching, who should be recovering, then that's where it gets scary. Because you just traded a shit ton for him, and he's going to be a free agent at the end of the season. I don't know. So what's your take, man? What do you think? You think they should trade for him? I think we have bigger problems than that, man. So he's on the board, but he's way down there for me. Like, yeah. I hope so. All right. NY Sports says, if we win game 3, talking about the Knicks, if we win game 3, I'm calling out of work for game 4 and joining that party in the city. Bring the brooms. Man, be careful, dude. It gets crazy out there. I'll tell you what, I can't remember what year. It was probably like 98 or 99. I don't know. One of the Yankees parades, right? One of those years. And if my cousin Bam Bam's here, you can ask him. I got hit with a bottle in the head in the Yankee parade on my birthday, too. I got hit with a freak. Somebody threw a bottle from the back. It was a big crowd. Somebody threw a wine bottle. And it didn't even break. It just said, boom. And just instantly, had like a cartoon knot instantly on my head. And yeah, it gets wild, man. You gotta be careful out there. I'm not like that. No, I don't like being in big crowds anymore like that. I don't feel comfortable. It's probably my PTSD. I start getting some real anxiety, And this guy is back, bro. You're really dumb, bro. Why? You're dumb because you keep saying I'm dumb, but you don't tell me why I'm dumb. And when I ask you why am I dumb, you just say you're dumb. I'm like, okay, like, all right. I appreciate it, man. Nice tattoo. Yeah, man, I'm a New Yorker, bro. Through and through. I grew up in Lower East Side, man. Manhattan. Avenue D, to be specific. How did New York City go from baseball town to basketball town? I mean, New York's always been a basketball team. I mean, the Knicks have always been the basketball team in New York. It's just that they don't win. That's the problem. They weren't winning. Now they're winning. And that's what happened. Winning excites fans and it brings out fans. It brings out, like, even me, man. I'm not gonna act like I've always been a Knicks fan, but I'm not gonna act like I follow the Knicks or I like watch every game like I do the Yankees. I don't. Only when they get into the playoffs and make it far, I start watching. When I was younger, I would watch more, but I don't. But the diehards, man, they deserve it, man. Being a Knicks fan is like being a Met fan. I'm not a Met fan, but I can imagine that's what it feels like. Like just year after year of disappointment, man. Just year after year of heartbreak and disappointment and just when you think you're gonna be good, it turns out you suck, and that's what it's like. So Jason Bailey said, "Well, it. You know what's funny, man? That I bet you I'm more New York than you are, dude. I literally grew up in New York City, downtown Manhattan, Lower East Side, Sixth Street and Avenue D, Lillian Ward projects. My guy, right off the FDR Drive. Like, what are you talking about? I went I went to St. Patrick's, which is in Little Italy first, and then I went to PS 60 on 12th Street, and then I went to junior high school 56 and junior high school 22. What are you talking about? Went to you're not New York, bro. I bet you're not really from the city like that, like that. I guarantee it. I could just tell by the way you're talking. This trust fund kid. Right, man. And this is my cousin right here. Man, these guys are funny, bro. It's all good, man. Why name calling? I don't. You got the trolls. It's okay, man. That's good, man. That means I'm moving up, bro. So that's great. I like the trolls. Bro got some haters. People talking smack. But got none. Nah, it's good, man. I appreciate it, man. I haven't had 44 viewers in here in a long time, so that's good. Paranormal, man. Damn, dude, I haven't seen you in a minute. He says, been trying to catch up to the live stream. Yeah, man. How you been though, man? I haven't seen you in a minute. I gotta work tomorrow too. What time is it? Yeah, I'll be on here for a little bit more. Yeah. It was a loser since birth. He said, I don't know why they called the rain out like 30 to 45 minutes before the rain cleared. Yeah, that's what I heard, man. I'm not in New York no more, man. I'm in Arizona, so I don't know. But um I seen people say stuff like that, like it has stopped raining. So I mean, I don't know. I don't know why they did that. It's better than I guess they didn't want to play a late game to have an early game tomorrow. They don't want to play a really late night game and then have a early game tomorrow, I guess. So and they definitely weren't gonna do a double header on a travel day. So little Dallas Cowboy, he says Knicks in 4. Damn, you how your name is Dallas Cowboys and you're going for the Knicks and not San Antonio Spurs. It is all right though. Knicks in 4, unless Vegas cash gets involved, then probably 6. I say Knicks in 4 or 6, and because I want the Knicks to win at Madison Square Garden. I mean, and they better call the National Guard because it's gonna get crazy. Yeah, the Knicks are clearly better. They are, man. But I think that this last game, the Spurs blew it though, man. They had it. They had it all the way until the end, and they blew it. They blew it. Freaking Carl Anthony Towns, though, I'll tell you right now, so far, he's the MVP of the so far of the finals. He's been holding it down, dude. He's been holding Wemby down. Like, man, he's shout out to Carl Anthony Towns, man. Still battling health is damn, man. I'm praying for you, man. Keep you in my prayers. Yeah, I hope you're doing better, man. I hope you feel better. He said, "Do you think the pressure's on the Jets or the Giants to win something now that the Knicks are winning? The Jets ain't winning shit, guys. Like, I'm sorry, man. They got another. They are way behind. Like, and then the Giants just keep shooting themselves in the foot. I don't know. Hopefully, man. I don't follow football as much like I used to, but yeah, I mean, you don't have to be a football fan or you don't have to follow football to know the Jets are just they're a train wreck. The Jets are a train wreck. You know, I'm a Giants fan personally, so hopefully it'd be nice, man. It would be nice for the Giants to win something. It'd be nice if the Yankees win something. Like, you know, Oh, what question? Yeah, I have no affiliation to the Yankees. The Yankees they don't mess with me, bro. And that's good though, man, because I don't have I could say whatever I want, man. I have no affiliation to any sport. I'm like I'm low on the totem pole. Put it that way, low on the totem pole. No, I don't care, bro. Whoever said that ice thing is dumb because I'm a freaking U.S. citizen, bro. What are you talking about? I was born here. Like you can't deport someone who was born in the United States. I was literally born in Beth Israel Hospital. I'm freaking 23rd Street and First, not 23rd Street, like 18th Street and First Avenue. Like, what are you talking about, dude? I'm like, he's an idiot. But it's all right though, man. I could tell that's some young dude, don't know shit. Jason, you got mad viewers because the GOAT is back, my guy. No, it's because nobody else is streaming right now. The Knicks played off one game too. They did, man. They didn't deserve to win that game, but they turned it up. They turned it up when they needed to at the end. Because Jalen Brunson was ass, but at the end he came through. That steal versus Wemby, and then obviously he made one of two free throws. That was it, man. That was the game right there. So they really deserved it. Even game one, they kind of got off to a slow start, but who cares, right? At the end of the day, all that matters is that we're up 2-0. But they gotta get two more though, man. We can't sleep either because they can't go with it. They gotta get the job done. We've seen, especially like if you're a longtime Knicks fan, bro, right? I've seen the Knicks lose shit like this, bro. I've seen them fumble and drop the bag before, man. I'm talking about like where you think it's over and it's not. When Reggie Miller scores freaking 15 points in like 38 seconds, and you're like, what just happened? When Patrick Ewing misses a layup to take you to the finals, you know? Like we've if you've been around long enough, you've seen that you can't celebrate too early. You can't celebrate too early. Yeah, it's all right, man. It's all good. I appreciate it, man. I don't glorify that. I just brought it up because, somebody said, but I don't go around telling people, bro, I'm not one of those guys that walk around with like army veteran, combat veteran, and dude, I keep that shit to myself. But if, I just brought it up because he was talking shit. Like, bro, you don't even know what you're talking about, you know? Oh man, you guys are getting political in the chat. Uh. The Knicks haven't played their A game. You're right, man. But neither has the Spurs though. Neither have the Spurs. So I'm not gonna sleep on the Spurs, man. It's not time to start celebrating. All right. Now is not the time. Like we still gotta get the job done. You got two more games. Um, and they got the best player on the planet on their team, in my opinion, in Wemby. So you just even though I think the Knicks got it, but you can't sleep. You can't sleep. You gotta get it done. You gotta play the games, man. Play the games. Yeah, no grunt style t-shirts. Yeah, I don't do that stuff, man. I mean, I'm not opposed to it either, but I'm more like I don't know. So I don't like to say that. He says brother was in the 173rd Airborne Corongo Valley. Damn, if he was, that means that he went through some shit. 173rd, they are stationed out of Italy, and the Corongo Valley is notorious, bro. Like I don't know if you've seen like they made movies about like, but that is like not the place to be. Put it that way. That's Afghanistan, and you don't want to be there. Trust me. I'm glad I never went there. Okay. Do we bring up Lombard Jr. and Lagrange? I want to bring up LeGrand. You know, the thing is, man, I see it like this. Like right now, we have a lot of younger guys. So if we bring up, let's say we bring up George Lombard Jr., right? I'm not even going to bring up LeGrand because that's different. That's pitching. LeGrand, I say bring him up, right? But if you get George Lombard Jr. up here, then you have him, Spencer Jones, Ali Sánchez, who they just called up. When Dominguez returns, Dominguez. Then you got Volpe, who to me, Volpe's a AAA player. Now you're literally looking at like 5 AAA players. You know, don't get me wrong, maybe they do good, but it's like, man, that's a lot of young, unexperienced in that lineup. Yeah, so I don't know. I'm not opposed it, right? But you know, send down Volpe and bring up George Lombard Jr. I'll do that, you know. But we can't have both of them, especially because you have Max Schumann too. So something's got to give, right? That's what I'm saying. At some point, the Yankees they really got to make a tough decision, man. And I think that unless Volpe starts picking it up, I haven't pulled up here. Unless this guy really starts picking it up and playing much better, why is it not showing? Unless he starts playing much better, I think they gotta send him back down to AAA. You know, and I'm talking about he got to start playing much better, like ASAP. Like he has to catch fire tomorrow. You know, starting tomorrow. Like if not, he's unplayable to me. Send him back down. Will the Yankees do that? Psh, you know they won't do that. But what do you say? Who cares? He got paid to do it free housing, a sign up. I don't know what you're talking about, man. Acting like he deserves it. I don't ask for anything. I don't want anything from nobody, you know? But it is, man, it is something special. I'll tell you that, man. There's a reason only what they say, like 0.1%, not even 0.1% served. Like, I don't know. From somebody who served, to me, it's not a big deal. But I understand why it is a big. To me, it's not because I've been around the military for the last 20 years. I even worked for the Army after I left the Army, you know? So to me, it's nothing. It's normal. I'm comfortable with it. It's no, but I understand that it's not normal. And when you know, you gotta understand, man, like, and I'm gonna just leave it at that. I don't want to touch on this again, but people really fucking don't come back home, dude. Like people die, dude. Like it's hard to explain. Everybody who served, especially if you were active duty for as long as I have, I was an 88 Mike too. That's a truck driver. You know somebody who didn't make it, bro. And you know when you see it that way, you're like, damn. Like you kind of understand why this shit is real. Don't get me wrong. 99.999% do make it back home, but there's that one or two, and you're like, damn, that could have been anybody, you know. And if for some, and especially, man, I don't even want to get into it because it's sad, man. You see, like kids, man. When I was in Army, I remember when I was a staff sergeant, like, and I'm a squad leader or platoon sergeant, and I'm looking at and these guys, a lot of these guys are straight out of high school, 18 years old. Like, you know, these are kids, man. A lot of them are just kids, dude. Is yeah, that could be your kid, that could be somebody else, but but you gotta give them props, man, because they doing something that, you know, it takes courage too to do it, man. I'm not gonna lie, it takes courage. It does. And I'm not gonna act like I'm brave and shit, because a lot of times, man, I was scared of shit, bro. But that's just what it is. They're scared to do the same shit to Lamar that they did to Volpe. Yeah. No, I don't think that's what it is. I don't think that's what it is, man. I think they don't think that George Lombard Jr. is ready. And yeah, I think that's what it is. I don't think they think that they did anything to Volpe. I think they think Volpe's perfectly fine. Like he's gonna, in their minds, they're like, yeah, this is he's gonna live up to the hype at some point. That's what they think. It's just not happening, bro. And it's like, bro, it's 4 years now, guys. 4 years. He hasn't lived up to it yet. So at some point, you got to say, yo, this is a bust. Okay, he's a bust in terms of a first round pick who had so much. He was projected to do so much, and he just hasn't. You know, don't get me wrong. I think that Volpe he'll find another major league team. Like his career won't be over if the Yankees get rid of him or send him back down. I don't think that's the case, but he's just not cutting it with us, man, at all. Volpe was brought up too fast, and they messed up his growth. I think Volpe was brought up too fast, but I don't think they messed up his growth because at this point, man, maybe in the beginning, like that's the excuse I gave him the first year, then the second year, but now we're on year 4, man. It's like, bro, I don't care how fast you got called up. You've been in the major leagues for 4 years and you suck, you know, and you haven't got better. You haven't got better in 4 years. If anything, you got worse. That's not because you got called up too fast. That's because you're not good, you know. And it happens all the time too. That's what people don't understand. It happens all the time for first round picks. A lot of these guys get called up and they're not good. Some people get called up early and they got slow starts. They get better. Some hit the ground running. They're good right away. But I think after 4 years of doing your job, right? Like think about this. You go to your job, right? Let's say you don't know nothing. You weren't ready for this job, right? But they're like, hey, you know what? I know you're not ready. You never flip burgers, but you're flipping burgers now. And at first you might suck. You're like, what the hell? But after 4 years, you would think that you'd figure it out. He hasn't figured it out, man. That's just what it is. Yeah, I don't the Scooby thing, I think that's a pipe dream. I disagree with you. I know it's so Hey, you know what, man? Yeah, man. Let's just kick Bailey out, man. Let's kick him out, man, because he's starting too much crap. Get him out of here. Get him out of here. Send him to the gulag. We do this. Yeah, he's got to go. That's enough. I was trying to leave him in here, but he's just doing too much now. Doing too much. Doing too much. Yeah. Um. Yeah. He's gone. Bam Bam. He is gone, bro. Send him out of here. Dude is a loser. Yeah. I don't know. And this dude's back. He said he can't afford the lights for his setup. My. All right, dude. It's funny. Yeah, man. Maybe if they want to try him free HC, but I doubt it. Yeah, Scuba ain't gonna happen. I don't think it's gonna and it's too much of a risk. I don't think they're gonna do it. I don't think they're gonna do it. What do I have Volpe up here still? How is this guy still in here? Jason Bailey. You could tell that they fake accounts too, man. That's funny. He said, man, that's a good laugh. Hold on, let me put it up. Where was it? He said, I can't afford any lights for my setup. That's a bad take, brother. He said, you can tell this guy came from 2 drug addict parents. Yo, you're hilarious, dude. Perhaps Brunson can play shortstop for the Yankees. I know he and Volpe are friends though, because Volpe was on their podcast before. So you all feel? Oh, you asking the chat? Do we all feel confident with this team in this team without Judge? No, right? But I'm hoping that they could do enough. So when he gets back, you know, I'm hoping they do enough. Yeah. How is this guy still here, bro? Get him the hell out of here. Oh, you know what? Leave him. Fuck it. Just leave him. Yeah. So talking about Christian Flashington. Yeah. And wife says he doesn't feel confident without Judge. You can't. How could you, man? He's the best hitter in baseball. How could you feel confident about the dude? Brunson wins a chip. He's king of New York. Yeah, he's king of New York, man. But yeah, I mean, you can't deny that, man. You got to win a chip. If you win, you're king of New York. He will be. He will be for a while. But that could all change, though, right? Because if Judge comes back and Yankees win one, all of a sudden Judge is king of New York. All right, let's see. If the Yankees and the Knicks win this year, right? Judge comes back, the Yankees win the World Series, the Knicks win NBA Finals. Who's the king of New York after that? You know, but yeah, Judge got to win though. If he don't win, if the Knicks win, Jalen Brunson is the king of New York, bro. Like, you can't even fight that. Yo, what is this guy talking about? This dude say you only rich because, bro. What is this? Who is this guy? This guy's an idiot. This guy, yeah, you gotta go, bro. I tried not to, but now you gotta go, man. You're just an idiot. For now, we'll get rid of you. Don't come back, please. Judge would never have a title. Damn. Unfortunately, it's looking that way. No, I already got rid of him. He's gone. Um, I'm just glad the judge is healthy as a human being. God, thank God, is nothing worse. Yeah, man. But you know what? A lot of people are thinking. So a lot of people are saying that the Yankees are downplaying that it really is worse, but they don't want to spoil it for everybody because they know if they came out and said, and this is not me saying this. This is guys like I think what's the guy's name? Some dude on WFAN. I've a couple people I've heard say this, that they believe that it's actually even worse than that the judge is worse than what the Yankees are telling us, and that they don't want to tell us that he's out for the season because they know that obviously ticket sales drop immediately for that. And they don't want to ruin it, ruin it for Yankee fans, and they're going to lose viewers, everything, because people are going to be like, oh, it's over. If they came out and say Judge is out for the season, everybody's like, bro, it's over, bro. That's it. This team's done. So that's what, that's just what some people are saying out there. I think he will be back. Oh, shit. I think he will be back, though, for real. The same way I think Jason Bailey will be back at some point, I think Judge will be back at some point. Jimmy says, what I have 0 credentials, bro. 0. None. None. Absolutely none. So I hope I answer your question. Like, I have no credentials, bro. Like, I'm just a random dude in his house, just like you, just speaking his mind. You can agree, disagree. It don't matter, But I have no credentials to speak on the Yankees front office. But from a person who's been watching this team in and out, I would say that I'm not a big fan of the Yankees front office either. So Judge is on a sweetheart deal, and Cashman can't build a roster around him. Yep. Compared to like if you think about Judge, like he's making $40 million a year, but that's actually a sweetheart deal when you think about it. He's that good. Damn, the Dodgers moved Tyler Glasson out to the 60-day IL. They smart. They're gonna put him on ice and save him for the playoffs. You know. Yeah, you heard like so. Some people think that that it's actually worse. That the Yankees are just kind of gaslighting us right now. But who knows, man? I choose to be more optimistic, and I choose to believe that Aaron Judge will return at some point in the season, and all this team has to do is play 500 ball until he gets back, so we can make a push. That's me personally. Oh, Stephen B just text me. Oh, yeah, you good, man. It's all good, bro. Tim, what's up, Tim? Yeah, it's so good, man. I feel like the trolls, man. Look, I really, I gotta give a lot of credit to that guy. The trolls that come in is like to constantly just create new accounts and keep creating another account after you get blocked and keep doing it, man. You gotta give him credit, man. That takes a lot of commitment and a lot of dedication, man. A lot of effort. You gotta go into that, man. Like I can't do it personally, man. I like to be a hater. It's just too. It's exhausting. And to be a troll, man, and consistently troll like that, bro, it's like, dude, like, come on, dude, man. Like, bro, I'm brutal. Like, I hope your life gets better, man, and you find something else to do with your time. Because that's not a good way to spend your time, man. um, oh, Lil Data says he's a Lakers fan, but grew up a Knicks fan. Sprewell, Houston. Yeah, man, Latrell Sprewell, Allen Houston. Remember those days? But anyway, Dak is garbage. Oh, here we go, Cowboys. We ain't ever beat a good team. Good luck to y'all. Yeah, Odell Beckham Jr. is back. Um, is he? I don't know what at this point in his life. I don't even know how old is he. Is he gonna be as good as he was back in the day? I don't know. Maybe. Maybe. I tell you what, though, little Dallas Cowboys, man. At least it hasn't been 30 years since we won a Super Bowl. So I'm just gonna put that out there, and you can, But shout out to the Dallas fans, man. Well, I lived in San Antonio for a while, so everybody around me was Dallas fans. It was like it was nauseating. Like it just became too much. And they got a Dallas store in every mall they got a Cowboy store, and I was like, oh my god, this shit is too much. Too much freaking Dallas Cowboy shit everywhere. If the Pirates offer, you talking about Cruz O'Neal and schemes for Judge, you taking it? I mean, no, of course not, dude. Even if that was even a real thing, a possibility, I would say no, and that would never happen, ever, ever, ever happen. Judge for the people that say trade Judge and this and that, like it's never gonna happen, guys. I don't even know what world you live in, bro. Like, no, hell no, hell no. You crazy? Judge is the best hitter on the planet, bro. Or was at least. Right now he's hurt, so we don't know. Um, yeah. Damn, dude. You don't trust Spanish people? That's messed up. Um, Jimmy, yeah, no, I could tell no one would hire you. I mean, I've never applied for a position with the Yankees, dude. I live in Arizona right now. I don't know what you're talking about. This guy, man. I wish I had I need to get a soundboard. But Billy Masteron, anyone seen this guy? She's an absolute cow. Whose wife? Not my wife, dude. And this is how I know you guys. Dude, my wife is fine, bro. Like, you guys are really bugging. Like, Oh man, you don't know. You just don't know. You claim to be such a Knicks fan, but aren't going to any of the finals. Yeah, man. You know how much those tickets are? I'm not even in New York, bro. But even if I was in New York, I wouldn't go to the finals game because it's expensive. Plain and simple. That's the hottest ticket in New York right now. I can tell you got money. You must have got money. I like your avatar though. I really do. I like your WWF fresh. No, but even if I was in New York, I wouldn't go. Like unless somebody gave me a ticket. But I'm not gonna spend money on that. So go. Are you crazy, dude? Come on. Julius says another fake Yankee fan living in Arizona. Yep, I'm a fake Yankee fan, bro. I'm fake. You're right. You are right, man. Oh nah. I could put that up. I'm just gonna he's a loser, man. Yeah, I'm getting smoked tonight. I'm a fake Yankee fan, bro. They don't even know I've yeah, man. You're right though, man. I am. Yeah, I'm not. That's how much they're going for. 10 grand for nosebleed seats. Yeah, I'm sorry, bro. I don't have money like that. I can't do that. The channel's becoming a roast on a nice. It is, but the thing is, look, you know what it is. You can't argue with idiots, bro. You can't argue with fools because from far you can't tell. You can't tell them apart. So if I sit here and start going back and forth with these guys in the chat, like that, I don't gain nothing from that. You don't gain nothing from that. Right now, I'd rather just say nothing and just agree, whatever, and let you keep commenting, keep feeding the algorithm. Keep you realize you don't even realize that you're doing me a favor. So I don't care. I really don't. It don't make no difference. Like it doesn't really matter, dude. You know, I really don't. If you really have balls, though, you will put like your real Instagram account or something, so we could see. I could tell that the people that have time to troll and do stuff like that, bro, you got no life, man. You really don't. I really feel bad for you, and I want to pray for you, and I hope God like blesses your heart and gives you something, a purpose in your life other than this, man, because it's sad, bro. It really is. It really is. Roger says cheapest tickets online right now for Monday's game is $8,400. Yeah, pass. I'm pass. I'm not that much of a fan. I didn't, and the things I don't got that kind of money to. So yeah, never gonna happen. No, man, if you're not from New York, the thing is though, the funny thing is that the people say that they don't even know that I was born and raised in New York City, dude. Literally in the Low East Side, Manhattan, at Alphabet City Avenue. I say those like my goal. Everybody else's goal is to get to this. My goal was to get out the city. My life, dude. That's how like real New Yorkers. Their goal is to especially where I grew up. It was to get out the projects. Nobody wants to live in housing and do that the rest of their life, dude. No, and I joined the military and I never looked back. I really didn't. And I've lived in so many places throughout the continental United States and in Hawaii too. And I've been to other countries stuff. So, and I love home. Don't get me wrong. I love New York. And obviously I'm a New Yorker through and through, like in my heart. But to go back and live there, nah, I'm good. I don't want to do that. It's too expensive and it's just not for me no more, bro. Like I like having a driveway, and parking my car and shit like that, bro. Yeah. You see, I like that. He said people call you a fake fan when you Jose Canseco's nephew. And we do got the nose, bro. You said dude grew up going to Jesus. No, man. I can see where I kind of resemble Jose Canseco. That's been without the steroids. I wish though, man. I was going to Jesus' house. Man, you guys are trolling me. Go freaking to another account. Like, damn, dude, I'm not even. big like that, man. I'm a random fucking dude, man. Y'all don't go troll freaking Gary Sheffield Jr. and tell him comments like this shit. I don't do that. Somebody who actually probably was at Jeter's house. I'm a freaking project kid, man. I'm like really, man. I'm from the streets, bro. I'm a street kid. Like that's a trust fund. I wish I had a trust fund child. I wish I was a trust fund child. I'm actually I'm a bastard, dude. I don't have a father. My father died when I was like 1 or something like that. So yeah. I was over 2 seats in the 200 section. Where's that? I don't even know. I'm not familiar with Madison Square Garden, but for 4,900 each, I told him my TV works good. Yeah. Oh, she's good, man. Roxy is good. Thanks, Katie. She's probably downstairs with my wife right now. Yeah, Roxy, she's big now, man. She's too much though. My dog is crazy. I was thinking about setting up like a Roxy cam so when she's here on the floor, have a little camera. But she be doing too much. I appreciate it, Healing Man's Heart. He said, "Let's tell you, too bad you came home. You're a joke." I appreciate it. I don't think I'm not the special. I'm not. This dude say I should be 6 feet under. Man, you're right. If you know what I went through, you're absolutely right. I should be. And these people crazy. Stephen B got 5 huskies. My goodness, dude. I couldn't do that. It's too much. I have 1 Shih Tzu and she drives me nuts. Yeah, they killing the vibes, man. They killing the vibes. Let's hear, you know what? Let's play Spencer Jones, his post game yesterday. See what he got to say. Why not?
Spencer, just how excited were you to get back out there and get another opportunity up here?
Super excited. Yeah, really excited.
What do you think worked for you at the plate? What was it about your approach that allowed you to get some results tonight?
Just felt like I was in a good position to hit. Hitting coaches did a great job with the approach, and just applied that to the game.
I think it was only 10 games last time you were up here, but do you feel any more comfortable this time around so far?
Yeah, I mean, I think first time around, it's a lot of new information, a lot of new sights, a lot of new things, and last couple of weeks gave me some time to think about things and the way I wanted to play and certain things. So I think just being able to internalize that and get the call back was good for me.
Did you notice anything different jogging out to the field tonight, or just to experience that?
Yeah, I mean, I was excited. I think rivalry, obviously, a lot of fans in the stands. Super excited, but no, I felt pretty good.
What does it do for your confidence to come up here and in the first game go 3 for 3?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I'm here, so I'm just gonna keep doing my thing.
Yeah, man. I really hope Spencer Jones, man, has success, man. That's a dude, man. He's been down there waiting for this for a long time, man. It seems like last year, all last year, felt like all you heard was he's hitting so many home runs. And doing all this in Triple-A when he got there. So shout out to Spencer Jones, man. I think he's going to be all right. And he seems calm. A lot of people are comparing him to Joey Gallo. And I could see that with the strikeout rate and stuff like that. But when you can, the person, when you compare him, or we just saw, to Joey Gallo, 2 different kind of people. Joey Gallo looked scared, all the time. He looked like he was a freaking schizophrenic or something. Like something was not right with him. This guy looks mad chill. Spencer Jones looks mad chill, like he's relaxed, and so I hope he doesn't turn out to be Joey Gallo. Right? Yeah. Yeah, man, you just gotta leave them dudes alone, man. Leave them alone. Jones is humble. He's going to be fine with us. Yeah, I think he's gonna be all right. I think he's gonna be good. But anyway, man, I'm about to wrap this up here. I said I got something else I want to talk. Let me look at this poll. Let me end the poll. All right, 54 votes, 67% said you think Aaron Judge will return this season, and 33% said no. Damn, I was thinking more people were gonna say that yes, he will return. So, yeah, that's interesting. That's interesting for real. Oh, you guys are blocking. I appreciate the mods, man. Thank you for blocking these dudes. It's all good, man. Like, I don't care. Like, you know, I just don't when they start talking like racist shit like that, like that's where I draw the line. Like, come on, dude. Or saying shit like disrespecting veterans and stupid stuff like that. Is like, come on, dude. Like trolling. If you're gonna be troll, be good at it. Like, be funny, man. I like a good laugh too. Even if you're joking, I could take a joke. But when you start saying stupid stuff like deporting people and just crazy stuff, man, that's where you gotta go, man. That's where you really gotta go. Yeah. But yeah, that's gonna do it for me, man. I appreciate you guys. Let's go Yankees. Hopefully tomorrow we get a W, man. Because at this point, man, every W, every win is it's gonna count. It's gonna be super important, man, from here on out. So yeah, hopefully they do their thing. Let's go Knicks. That's gonna be fun, man. And I appreciate you guys, man. Appreciate you, Stephen B, my cousin Bam Bam. Appreciate you, man. I love you. Um, WW Fresh, even though you be trolling, I appreciate you. She's being racist. See, you gotta get her. You gotta get rid of people like that, man. He's, yeah. Anyway, dudes are crazy. Appreciate you guys, man. I'll see you, man. And those of you who's talking shit like that, just don't come back, bro. Like, please, I'm asking you a favor. Like, just go. So you're not welcome here. You're not welcome here at all. So just dip. And then the funny thing, you wouldn't say that to my face too. That's the craziest shit, man. I promise you wouldn't do that. So, but with that being said, man, have a good night, man. God bless you all, and enjoy your weekend too, man. Enjoy the weekend. While I figure out how to close this. Okay, here we are. All right, guys, take care, man. See y'all. Peace.